What's up? What's up? It's the Arthur Moats Experience with Deke. I'm Arthur Moats, and that's my main man, Deke.
What's good, dude?
Man, I'm feeling good today, baby. It's a Friday. A good Friday, too, man. Like, this is a weird vibe for us. Usually we got we got to have a planned out, hard content, football. But today we said, nah, we're going to let the Galaxy Travelers run the show. So, yeah, I'm feeling great, baby. I'm feeling super relaxed right now, man. But what say you, my good friend?
Feels a little like fall today. I don't know why. It's not that cold. It's not that
definitely
brisk.
Not cold outside.
I don't know what it was. As I'm driving over, I'm just like, wow, this is starting to feel closer and closer to September. This is starting to feel closer and closer to football season. I don't know what it was. Maybe because it's a little less humid than it's been these last couple of days.
It was so humid out here yesterday. Oh, my God.
It's definitely broken up a little bit. But that's where I'm at. I'm feeling good. You know, it's 12 o'clock on a Friday. Going to enjoy the weekend.
Yes.
What else is there? I'm alive. I'm healthy.
Whew.
Healthy enough, I guess.
Is it healthy enough?
Yeah,
hey, that's all that matters,
I'm probably a little obese, like technically.
No, man, you look great.
Thanks.
Now, some swag gaming says it is cold where he's at right now, so you do got some fall brethren already out there, and then the Dippin' Dot said it's cloudy where he is at. So you know we do how we always start our shows, man. Let us know where you're checking in from while we start our pleasantries off, and then after that, man, we'll give y'all that good old shout out. As we're at this noon hour on a bonus Friday, baby. Gotta enjoy that, man. But dude, man, what was the game last night too, right?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, man.
I didn't get to see it. Was it on national TV? I don't think it was.
Network. I watched it on NFL Network.
Oh, was it?
Yeah.
That's nice. See, I don't have those privileges. I don't have NFL Network at my house.
Get out of here, man. He said I don't have those privileges.
Our cable's not bad. We have a decent amount of channels, but from where I'm at, I just don't get NFL Network unless we're trying to pay like an extra premium. But that's just not worth it for the amount that we actually watch TV on TV. Like I could have found the game probably online if I really wanted to find it.
Yeah, man. All these different links and
I didn't watch it last night. I watched all the highlights though this morning.
Yeah,
watching Mac, Cam.
It was fun.
They look pretty good. Both of them look pretty good.
Yeah.
I don't know. Actually, I don't know if I want to say I was surprised by Cam because he's obviously legit, but just how he's been playing in a Patriots uniform and some of his passing, his inaccuracy. He was on the money yesterday, and he was throwing darts, man, like darts.
Yeah, like on time too, like time and roast. Like I definitely enjoyed seeing that from Cam because we know anytime it pertains to Cam, accuracy, consistency, that's always going to come into question. We know what he can do from an athletic ability, running and mobility standpoint, but the accuracy is always in question. But it was good to see that last night. It made it fun. I enjoyed seeing him and then seeing Mac Jones come out there and light it up as well. Yeah,
it's nice to actually see a legit competition and both dudes performing because if Mac somehow got the starter's job, it would just be tough to see it's because Cam's sucking.
Right.
I'd rather be Mac's just lighting it up.
Yeah.
And that's the reason that he got it. He fits the offense better, whatever it is. But Cam showed that he hasn't lost the job. I think right now they're probably going to still keep him. They're probably going to give him the edge.
Yeah,
it's not like he lost it.
Out. Yeah, I think he'll at least get that first month to start, those first 3 to 4 games. And then from there, obviously, Bill Belichick, he can reassess once they know what they have in him. But I do think Cam has done enough to get that nod at the beginning. But shout out to Ramadre, man.
Oh, yeah.
Touching paint again, bro. Hey. They was hyping him up. They said, he looks like a LeGarrette. I said, no. Don't give him the full LeGarrette because LeGarrette wasn't as nimble. He's like a mix of LeGarrette and Fred Jackson. He got the sweet feet. I love it, man. So that was definitely good to see as well, baby.
Am I off that last week with Mac, I said I thought his arm strength was a little bit less than what you would hope, but he was accurate as hell.
Yes.
I feel like
looked good.
I was going to say, I feel like somehow, some way he picked it up even more this week. The one pass that just really sticks out was when he was moving in the pocket, stepped up, and then I don't know, he found the hole in between the two defenders and just slung it right in there. It was a vertical by the wide receiver. That was an incredible pass.
No, it was dope, man. He looked good, like climbing the pocket. Like I thought he had good pocket awareness.
He looks like Brady. It's unbelievable.
Absolutely,
it's unbelievable.
It's hard to not say that when you watch him. It's hard to not say it. Absolutely, though, bro.
Like as a rookie, there's probably some technical things he could work on, footwork or whatnot. But geez, he's pretty damn close.
Absolutely, bro. That's gonna be fun.
But Eagles got completely lit up, man. There's a team we just played last week. Well,
but
I was
had
concerned.
The situation at quarterback too to start the game.
I was concerned because I saw Flacco starting the game. I'm like, wait, is this coach really doing this right now?
Nah.
But I guess it was something with.
Said he got sick like right before
abdominal
the game.
Pain.
Yeah, because he was like out there warming up and everything. It looked fine, but That ultimately was why he ended up not playing and Flacco got the start. But yeah, it was crazy.
Yeah, hopefully Hurts is all right. I think they're saying he was all right.
Yeah, I think they say he was back home from the hospital by the time the game had ended and everything as well. So
we got what? I think there's a Monday night game tonight. It's like the Monday night coverage for Friday Night Football on ESPN. I think it's Chiefs. I don't know who the other team is.
I'm trying to see if they're going to put it on the schedule right now. Don't look like we're going to get that flash. So, yeah.
I'll look it up real quick.
All right. So, while you do that, I'm going to start looking into this chat a little bit because we'll get ready to start this morning shout out because today's show, like we said, man, it is run by the people. Yes. The Galaxy Travelers, y'all are going to dictate today's conversation, today's topics, man. And it's going to be a fun ride like it always is. So, yeah, man. See, did you get that chat?
No,
schedule?
I'm really struggling here, man.
I'm about to say, man, yeah, try NFL.com, though.
Probably ESPN. It's going to be on ESPN, so they should have it, right? Yes, KC. I was right.
Boom.
Arizona.
Right. KC and
anyone
Arizona
interesting
tonight.
In Arizona? I guess James
Is
Conner.
James back yet? Because was he on the
on the
COVID list
I did see
a
that.
week or two ago, yeah.
Even if he is back, how much touches? He should get a decent amount of touches.
I feel like
he's going to be in
yeah.
competition with Edmonds.
And because he didn't play in that first game, yeah, they're going to want to see him.
Who else could be interesting? How many teams are going to play this game as their third preseason game? Because
we might a good amount of teams are. Philly was weird because they didn't, but the commentators even kept talking about like, why wouldn't you play your starters in this game if you're not going to play them at all next week? So yeah, I'm anticipating seeing a lot of good matchups, quality players out there. Even the Steelers. I mean, you heard Ben in some of his. I think he did an interview. It was either last night or this morning, where he basically was saying that he wants to play a lot. He's looking forward to getting a good amount of snaps and stuff to tomorrow's game. So yeah,
I appreciate those sentiments. Just
no,
I don't want anything. I don't want anything too strenuous,
Stop.
Man. I do. I want them like me. I told you this. I want him in and out, 1 or 2 series. That's it. But if he wants to keep playing, just don't get hurt, man. Just don't get hurt. That's all.
But give us something to tweet about. Just give us something to tweet about, man. Just something to tweet about. All right, so you ready to get this morning shout out going, baby?
Yeah,
or is it morning? I mean, afternoon for us or high noon for us. I'm sure it's morning for our West Coast people.
You know, Black and Martyr had to set the tone.
Oh yeah, so we'll read his off first, and then we'll start with our morning check-in. All right, so shout out to you, Black and Martyr, as always, showing love. He says, saw the Steelers restructured Joe Schobert.
Cockbert.
Looking forward to going to the game tomorrow. Hashtag here we go. Yeah, this is true. This is true. I'm waiting.
Hey, I'm looking at the keyboard. The L is right next to the K, so it could be an easy type.
Yeah, that's what it was. But either way, man. Yeah, that is something that just got that did just happen. I don't know if we got all the details on the numbers or the specifics of it just yet, but yeah, I mean, him restructuring is definitely a good thing because we already knew how much of this year's salary that the Jaguars were taking and ultimately giving us a little bit more cap flexibility and stuff like that. So knowing that Joe is actually restructuring as well, that just adds to what we currently have going on and making this trade even that much better. So shout out to you once again, Kevin Colbert, for that. All righty. So first name we're going to kick it off with today is... Man, we got Thomas Riley. He tuning in from East Liverpool, Ohio. He says, hello. Well, hello there, Thomas. Then after that, let's see. We have Off-Season Productions. He says, it's cloudy in Seattle right now, but shout out to you all the way on the west side of the United States, baby. Then we have Benore Johnson, North Jersey in the building. KG Beats, Stockton, California, Northern Cali 209. What you got over there, Deke?
We got Indicuts, Freezy from Stockton, California. Bay. CJ Rose, Dayton, Ohio, the 937. Hector Jimenez, Mexico City, Mexico. Black and Martyr, the 724. Cranberry love. Township. It's 724 Cranberry.
Yeah. I didn't know that was the area code up there, though. I know 724 is in the... I thought it was Washington area,
yeah, that's what I mean. It's south. Cranberry's north.
Ooh, you bring...
Maybe Black and Martyr's got 2 spots here.
Uh-oh.
He's got one up in Cranberry, but then 724's on his phone. I don't know. I don't know what Black and Martyr's up to.
You know, maybe that's like the little, hey, meet me over here at that apartment. You know, I don't know.
Scott Forador, the 814 Erie, PA. He's got a question here. This is about Madden ratings, wake and bake before morning workout.
Nice. We definitely gonna chop into all of that. We got time today.
Coach Cower, Washington, PA.
I like it. We got. Oh, go ahead.
No, I'm good. I'm good. I was gonna say Coach Cowher's always tuning in though.
Oh, he is though. Shout out to Coach Cowher, man. Hall of Fame self and everything, man. Always showing us love. Then we got. Let's see. Shout out to Eric Hargrove. He says he turned off Skip and Shannon for us. We appreciate you. We actually did the same thing, man. Now that I think about it, Alex Papa Michael. He says he's outer space, y'all. Well, hey, greetings, Earthlings. Yes, indeed. Then we got Saucy Cav tuning in from CT. I believe that is Connecticut, if I'm not mistaken. Then after that, let's see, Miles Harrington, Tampa, Florida in the building. And then Zach tuning in from Parkersburg, West Virginia. I don't even know where that is, bro. Where's Parkersburg at?
It's in West Virginia.
I was about to say it. All I know is Morgantown and Huntington. That's about my West Virginia, you know.
It's a small state, so it can't be too far off from those places. Maybe a couple hours max.
And the other is Moats Town. I like it's a random spot, no lie, called Moats Town, West Virginia. Yeah. Moats Town. So is it in any of those three areas? If it's not, I have zero clue. All right. Then we got Steel Drew, Western New York again. Hey, man, shout out to you. Man, we're going to see y'all soon, baby. Western New York, baby, on the schedule. Yes, it is. Then we got Deontay Etheridge tuning in from VA, Virginia Beach 757. You know, the crib. Steeler fan that's Steeler fan for life, but you saw it spelled, it's like kind of crazy right here.
Yeah.
But I liked it, man. Hey. Los Angeles, LA, California. We definitely going to be seeing you, matter of fact, in a couple weeks. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. All right. What you got on your section, man?
Chad Hagerman, Indiana, PA in the house.
Nice.
Louis Chariez, migraine on 100, so he enjoyed a little bit of a thirsty Thursday last night.
Okay.
He said, but I'm still here. Doesn't want to tell us the location.
Hey.
Mike and Mary Hoggard, I guess they're both listening.
Oh, shout out.
Arkansas in the house. Larry.
Yeah, Arkansas. Okay.
Larry Fordyce from Okinawa, Japan. And then
Shout
Brian
out to Japan, man.
Quintanar, smoking the devil's lettuce in North Jersey, 973.
Shout out to the devil's lettuce, baby. He likes to stay healthy every once in a while.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We got another jersey, DeAndre Longo.
Oh.
Right next to Brian.
I see that.
New York, New Jersey in the building, 973 again.
Absolutely, man. I like that as well, man. We also have Daniel Lopez. He's also tuning in from LA, Los Angeles, California, still a nation in the house, man. Shout out to you for that. Jaron Dockery tuning in from Visalia, California. Love y'all and very entertaining. Dude, Visalia. In fact, I think that is where my father-in-law lives, actually, man. Visalia, California. Shout out to that, man. All right, let's see. Man, we got some North Memphis. This is Sean Harris. It says Blue North Memphis, Hyde Park, and Evergreen. I don't even know what I just read right there. Sounds like it's something good, though. But yeah, shout out to you for that. And then Alex P tuning in from Brooklyn. Gotta have big love for Brooklyn, New York. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. All righty.
Want to hit some of these super chats?
Absolutely, man. So, that's how we got to do it, right? Or should I go upper room first?
Probably upper room.
We got a situation, though, here, too. Because as I've been noticing with hold on. Nope. I thought it was going to hook us up and do a little bit of a refresher for us, but it is.
I see the first upper room name on your chat over there is blocked off. Maybe I could find it.
Nah, because that one was actually two behind as well.
Okay.
Yeah, but I got a couple of them right here. So
okay, cool.
If I do not say your name as an upper room member, as a welcome to the upper room right here, because I know someone checked in last night, but I did not get a chance to see the name because obviously the chat has updated since then. So once I do these shout outs, if you are not included in the shout out and you recently joined, whether it was yesterday or earlier today, make sure you put it in the comment section and I will give you your official shout out. All right. So with that being said, I know this morning we had Mr. Lamborghini Leg Lock. Mr. Lamborghini Leg Lock. Shout out to him, man. He's officially a member of the Upper Room.
Shout out.
Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Mr. Lamborghini Leg Lock. And as I always tell you, I love your name, baby. I love Lambos and I love leg locks, baby. So after that, I had to take a picture of this one. Arobi McHugh. Shout out to you, Arobi McHugh. And welcome to the Upper Room. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Then after that, we had Blake Glore. I think I say that right. Blake Glore.
Yeah.
Welcome to the Upper Room. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. And then after that, we got Scott Cardizzi. I think I said your name right as well. But either way, Scott, welcome to the Upper Room. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Now, I'm thinking this is that same person because I cannot see the name all the way, but I'm seeing a partial part of an image right here. So I think I might have had that name in there. I'm hoping so. But if I did not get your name, let me know. Put it in there. But yeah, man.
It's just one upper room member at the top of your thing, right?
Right, that I can't see. But I had 2 prior to that.
Okay.
That's why I wasn't sure if that was it or not. I feel like it is. I feel like that was it, though. I might have them.
They'll let us know in the chat, though.
They always do.
Yeah.
They always do, man. So let's get to some of these super chats here, man. Let's get this thing rolling, man. We got Hector Jimenez. Shout out to you, Hector. Oh, shout out to you, Hector Jimenez. Jeez, we definitely appreciate your support. He says, watching the show while I'm in class. Man,
whoa.
Hey, that's what it was like. I was like, whoa, is it class? All right. We appreciate that support right there, man.
It's got to be college then. Probably big auditorium. You could throw the headset on.
Too now, man.
Really? Is that how it is?
Yeah. I mean, think about this. You mute it and then just have the closed caption, because I've been realizing people are definitely watching with the captions and they think that we're typing the letters out.
Really?
Yeah, bro. I started getting random messages.
They think we're that good.
Yeah.
That'd be insane.
It was, but I got random messages. I promise you, like these past couple of shows, random messages like, yo, your user card is revoked. You forgot the H. I'm like, what the heck are you talking about? Then there was another guy who was like, yo, I guess when you say Indy, Cindy, I mean, the I's and the C's kind of, I'm like, what is going on? I'm keep reading. I'm like, I turn on the closed caption. And when we speak, obviously YouTube is generated and they'll put Pittsburgh with just a G. If we say Indy, sometimes it pops up as like Cindy with an I. Like, it's weird. But yeah, they thought we were actually like typing everything.
Can they follow along close enough? Like, those are minor errors.
No, right. But they're probably about 90% accurate, like 90-95% accuracy on it.
Really?
Yeah. But that is a way that people do that. Yeah.
Wait, so high school laptops at your desk is a thing now?
Not even a laptop, phone. Like my daughter, for a fact, like you have your phone with you. She's been having that past couple years now.
Just out on your desk and no one's going to complain about it.
It's all about the teachers, though. That's the biggest thing. It's all about the teachers and what time of day it is in class. Noon East Coast could be lunchtime. Noon West Coast, our time is 9 a.m. out there. So maybe you're at breakfast. Just depends on, grade level and stuff like that.
Does the phone have anything to do with things school related, or no? They just let the students text.
Yeah, this is 2020.
Dude, this is crazy.
But think about this, bro. You try to tell a parent now that your kid can't have a phone in school with the shootings, everything that's to happen, bro. Get out of here. Not a chance.
Oh, you could have, we had phones, but like I'm saying, whenever the teacher's talking and stuff, to be having your phone out and texting. That's
different, but we ain't going to act like we don't have our phones out paying attention. That's all I'm saying.
Oh, we were doing it.
Exactly.
The teachers would scold you. I was wondering if you could have your phone out texting and the teachers aren't going to say anything. That's how you could do that in college, obviously.
See, that was different. Cause
really?
It just depends on your teacher. I've had teachers in college that were like sticklers, like, nah, put your phone away. I don't want to see none of that.
Really?
Yeah, I guess it's just personal preference, man. But yeah, you could definitely easily be watching your phone, man. We watch stuff while we do this. Full transparency, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah. Come on, man.
I just never had laptop in high school though.
Why is it always laptop though? Why is always? You keep saying laptop though?
We just didn't have that. Like high school, you just had your desk, you had your book, and you had a piece of paper, and you wrote down notes. That was it.
Yeah, I didn't have a laptop either.
I know. That's what I'm saying. These high schoolers, they have it easy.
You don't need no laptop. No, you got. It's like you say, you watch from a phone, man. You don't think he's watching from his phone?
Well, if he can't have the phone out, I don't know. I don't know how strict they are about that stuff.
Like, if we're sitting at the desk right now, bro, I can have my phone sitting right here on my lap, bro. That teacher could be talking the whole time.
Hey, if you're
that's what I'm saying, man.
No, that's even more epic if you're pulling that off, because laptop's easy. You could just have the screen and looking at it.
So that's why I was giving the shout out like that. I'm like, yo, if you in class doing that, like you a soldier, baby. A straight soldier.
Sure. Yeah. For sure. I do wonder, are people going straight off captions? People doing the headset too? Either way, I hope YouTube's holding it down with these captions.
Hey, absolutely, man. Definitely keep us sharp with the captions. But
someone used a stone tablet in high school.
Oh, jeez. Let's say, how old are we out here? All right, next up, though, we got Richard Arbizo. He says, Moats, how you feel that Deke is in the Hall of Fame before you? I did see you in the Pro Football Hall of Fame, man. Shout out to you for that, baby. I like that right there.
It was brief.
It was brief?
God took my privileges away.
No.
Yeah.
What happened?
You'd have to see the video.
Oh, no.
I had a conversation with God yesterday.
Oh, no, because I saw the picture you put on the story this morning. I was like, okay.
I saw
the jacket. I liked it. I liked the hair. I'm like, okay. Didn't get a chance to watch everything yet, but wow.
Yeah.
So it was short-lived. So are you still in the hall or are you no longer in the hall?
I'm not in it anymore.
Oh, my
Well, I don't know. Technically, maybe that's another conversation.
Because can they remove you from the hall?
I got the jacket revoked. I'll put it that way.
Ah, okay.
I don't know if it's a Reggie Bush situation. he got the Heisman Trophy revoked, but everyone knows he was still the Heisman winner.
Very true.
So I don't know if it's that case, but everyone knows I'm in the Hall of Fame. I just don't have the jacket anymore.
All right. I like that there. And then we got Bombs Away. Bombs Away, shout out to you as well. He says, Deke needs to get that 86 rookie Najee in Madden Ultimate Team and tell him to add Joe to the middle linebacker. Love the Madden content and the real life content.
I do have the Najee card. He was actually in the game yesterday. Yeah. I didn't like feature him though. The game was about Ben and his card and everything, the Hall of Fame gold card that he got. Mm-hmm. But I do have the Najee card, and it seems like a pretty good card right now. And what do you say, Joe Schobert at middle linebacker? I don't know if we really need him because I'll explain this to you. You're going to be stunned by this. We have Devin Bush, who's a good card in Madden because of the speed and everything. Got him at low 80s, which is good for Ultimate Team. They also came out with a Robert Spillane card.
Oh, okay.
84 overall, which is like right now the highest ratings in Madden Ultimate Team are like 88, 89.
So he's like up there then, yeah.
So there's that. They got him at 89 speed. So I don't need Schobert. They got Schobert at like a 76.
Oh, wow. All right.
So I'm good with Spillane, Devin Bush, and actually I'm throwing TJ Watt kind of like in the middle too.
Yeah.
I got an interesting formation I'm running right now, but yeah, it's all right. Because I got Ingram, and I'm pretty good at like defensive line. I wanted to keep him in the game. Our cornerbacks kind of suck, so I'm just trying to get the best players out there.
I like that, though.
That's all. I don't need Schobert. I guess I could add him to the squad for depth, but...
Oh, man, shout out to that, though, right there, man. And as we keep this conversation going, y'all see us Galaxy Travelers. We're going to keep the chop, talk, rocking all day. We also got Michael Patrick McCracken showing you love as well, man. He says, Deke, congrats on the Hall of Fame. I'm loving it, man. Listen, if I would have noticed we had the music playing and everything, man, I dropped the ball, baby. Oh, I dropped the ball.
Dude, I told you, I'm technically not in anymore.
Man, it
would have been disappointing.
Can someone get kicked out of the Hall? I just don't know. Can you get kicked out of the Hall?
Yeah.
Has that ever happened? I've seen guys like not allowed to get in, but I don't know if I've seen anyone get kicked out.
Based off yesterday's circumstances, I don't really have a say in the matter. God
really?
Anointed me the Hall of Fame, and he took it away just like that.
Man, so you might be the first person, man. You might have set the new president on getting kicked out of the Hall of Fame, man. I better tread lightly with these other Hall of Fames that I'm, messing with right now. I got to be careful. Man. I don't want to get kicked out of mine.
Yeah, I didn't even do anything bad.
I didn't get kicked out.
I didn't even do anything bad. Yeah, you'd have to watch the video.
Okay. Fair enough, then. Fair enough. I like it, man. Jeez. All right, let's see where else we're going with this chat. Let's see. We still got Alex Matthias, man. People calling for songs for that lower room. They say, need a song for us lower room broke boys like myself. That's what Alex said.
I didn't do that.
He going to get in the lab. He got you. He working on it. You going to be
Give me the weekend.
Yeah. And you got to set parameters, too, for like how often you want to sing that thing, too, man. Just be careful on it.
That'd be just once an episode. It's just a shout out to everyone that's
you can those individual shout outs.
Ooh. I don't know about that.
Yeah, I thought that's what they were saying because like I do like the individual shout outs when they join.
Right.
Yeah, so like, hey, we're lower room members. Shout us out. And then you got to be like, whatever you go say. And they just keep repeating it.
Okay. We'll see.
Yeah.
Miles Harrington. I don't know if you shouted him out. He just gave a little contribution.
Let's see. Where are we at? Oh, yeah. Shout out to Miles. Absolutely, man. Yes, indeed. Shout out to you. And then we got Tate Boys. He says, put some respect on or in my name. Deke, I watched your Madden game. Dude, you got a punt. Moats. Mike Tyson is no Holyfield. Haskins, number 2. 301 in the building. Okay, Tate Boys coming in with flamethrowers. All right, so let's get this popping, man.
Wait, so what's going on with the Mike Tyson Holyfield thing?
So I can tell you straight up like this. I wore this Mike Tyson shirt.
Oh.
Because my boy, AB, he landed a killer left hook. Yeah. Well, no. It was overhand straight. It was kind of overhand straight left. And yeah, that's why I wore it because, Mike Tyson, he was going to put that thing on you as well. Now, y'all can go all this Evander Holyfield talking. That's all well and good. Yeah, Holyfield, great fighter, man. Obviously that, but I'm more of a Mike Tyson fan. I don't care if he beat him. I don't care. I'm more of a Mike Tyson fan, so that's why I got the Tyson shirt on. But that's definitely why I have this shirt on because, we don't condone violence. I've already talked about that numerous times. But in a training camp setting, when you bring in the opposition, man, anything can happen. And I'm just glad that the guy that I personally know won the fight. So yes, that's why I have my Mike Tyson shirt on, baby.
Do you have Tyson as the GOAT?
I don't know.
Ali?
Nah, I don't.
Whoa, who is it?
It's Mayweather to me.
Okay.
It's forever be Mayweather. And people, oh man, why Ali this? Man, that's cool. You got your opinion. Mayweather for me though.
How would you rank Like the top 5?
Top 5? Oh, that's difficult to go top 5, man. Yeah, because all the different weight classes. But for me, I'll go my personal favorites. I'll put them in that order. My personal favorites, I got Mayweather, Ali, Roy Jones Jr., Mike Tyson, Lennox Lewis.
Okay.
Yeah, but then obviously, I mean, to just stop at
man,
5,
this,
like
this guy's feeling some type of way.
But that's what I'm saying. To
with
stop
no
at 5.
Holyfield.
That's what I'm saying. To stop at 5 though, like Holyfield is in there. Like he's gonna be in that conversation. But you think about like Julio Cesar Chavez. You think about Alexis Arguello. You think about a Sugar Ray Robinson, a Sugar Ray Leonard, a Marvin Hagler. Like I could go on for hours about these guys. So to just say what's your top 5, I'm like, I can't rank them like that. I give you my 5 favorite off the top of my head though.
Well, for his Madden comment
about
punting,
because he did get you on that. Do you not punt?
I do when I need to, but there's times where I have a good feeling about the defense where I won't punt. And defense did hold up yesterday.
Well, I
was facing God squads, man.
Because some people have that philosophy. They don't punt in Madden. They feel like they always got to go for it. I didn't know where you felt on that line right there, man.
I will, depending on the game and what time it is in the game and just where I'm at with the score and everything. If I'm backed up a lot, I'll punt. Okay. Sometimes you got to take the medicine. Because I do think I did punt at least once yesterday. But other times, I was borderline midfield, borderline in my own territory, and I was going for it.
Right? Yeah.
You have to.
You don't play the game to be safe. You play the game
I had the
to
Big
win.
Ben Hall of Fame gold card. I was going for basically everything yesterday. I went for it down at the 1, I think 2 times on 4th down, and I'm telling you, Madden screwed me. But anyway. I was going for a lot yesterday. I'll put it that way. I did punt once. It was a good back and forth game though.
I like that, dude. All right.
And then we got
this is what Stephanie Stewart.
Stewart.
Hold on. Did we finish all that? Yeah, he got. Oh, and he said Haskins number 2. How'd you feel about that?
Yeah, we agree.
We figured that though. Yeah, going into this game because we knew Ben was going to get the starting spot. Ben was going to start in this game.
Isn't Mason getting a lot of 2 work?
Recently? In this game, recently, sure, but I'm saying in this game though, we expected it to be Ben starting it out, then Haskins going in at number 2. That was the thought process. Ain't nothing changed, right? Not that I think of.
That's what I thought. I just don't know if they said anything official, and with Mason getting some 2 work, that's changing it all.
Yeah, I'm like, did we could have missed something this morning? Maybe that was it. But yeah, from my understanding, that was kind of the mindset going in. But shout out to the 301.
We'd like to see Haskins with the 2, but if Ben's playing as long as he thinks he is, then Haskins might get like the 2, the second stringers and everything out there. True. Not like he'll be playing with some of the ones like Juju and Deontay and Najee. Like he might have the same group he has been. Or has had these last couple preseason games.
Very true. Very true. Now, this is pretty funny right here from Matt. This is not McKissick. This is the other man. Oh, man, it just bounced on me as well. But he had a recommendation for the Lower Room song. It says, welcome to the Lower Room, broke indeed. That's an option for you. Okay. Why we got to call you? It sounded like broken. Now, we ain't going there with it, baby. But yeah, that was pretty funny. It was Matt. It was that Matt Matezic. That the TTESSI. That one. Yeah, that one. But yeah, so shout out to y'all for that. Now Stephanie Stewart, man, what does Stephanie Stewart have? She says, "Can't wait to see the ones. Moats and Deke, will you sponsor me for semi-pro football? I play defensive end and left tackle for the Harrisburg Havoc. # woman ball 2. Yo, shout out to that, man. I didn't semi-pro. Hold on now with the semi-pro, because I always mix semi-pro. I want to say they pay. I want to say they pay for like their opportunities to play, whereas like the indoor leagues, Canadian League, obviously any of like the AFL and stuff like that, they get compensated to play. But I want to say with semi-pro, it's like a fee that they're supposed to like contribute to or something like that. Because I had a couple homeboys that did semi-pro. It's kind of cool though, bro.
Yeah, I have no clue.
Yeah, I didn't know it was a team in Harrisburg, not Harrisonburg. Harrisburg, yeah.
Yeah, I'm not sure how the semi-pro works.
I don't know either. We have to look into it maybe.
No, yeah. Shout out for Stephanie for tuning in.
Absolutely, man. We'll have to look into this. The Harrisburg Havoc, man. The Arthur Most Experience with Deke podcast officially sponsoring a semi-pro team. Wait a minute. Hey now. All right. Next we have, oh man, where are we at?
We have Lonnie RO just giving a contribution.
Man.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Appreciate
Show love. Man, but hold on. Before we keep going in our super chat area, I have noticed that we're getting some. All right, I'm seeing some boxing names keep coming up here.
Oh man, are they not liking your list?
Well, I don't know if they don't like the list, but this is the thing, man. Anytime you start talking about who's the best, this is the issue we have. So just for context purpose, right here, a cat literally just put in here: Tyson beats Floyd Mayweather any day of the week. well, obviously he's gonna beat Floyd Mayweather any day of the week. Like this is the problem when we start talking about who's the greatest. Ali. I'm like, all right, you could go Ali. I got you on that. But then some people will say, well, he had the losses with Floyd, and then it's like, oh, well, Floyd's defensive fight. He's not as exciting. Like, it's just a lot that's gonna go into that.
And then did Floyd play or go up against the best competition as where Ali and some of these dudes were like in the golden age for the heavyweights, right?
But then to an extent, that argument gets debunked as well, because they'll try to say that, okay, Floyd fought Pacquiao when Pacquiao was washed. And he wasn't. Pacquiao was still knocking people's heads off, and people don't even realize this, but Floyd is older than Pacquiao. So when the whole narrative of Floyd waited till Pacquiao got old, it's like that wasn't the case either. And then after Mayweather beat after Mayweather beat Pacquiao, Pacquiao went back out there and won another fight. He's about to fight for a belt tomorrow night. Absolutely. So this whole like wash narrative of when Floyd beat Canelo, oh, Canelo was young. Canelo had like 20, 30 pro fights already by then. You know what I mean? So it's just when people want to fit their narrative around their arguments. Kind of no different when people talk about Ben. You know how that go. They're going to find different ways to, it's convenient to shoot them down with this. Okay, so we like this stat today. It's convenient to say that. Exactly. So that's kind of my feeling whenever I think about that whole argument right there. But George Foreman, man, that's another name right there, man. Shout out to George Foreman. Do you ever remember George Foreman? I know you're kind of young, man.
Foreman Grills. That's about it.
I was about to say, yeah.
I don't know too much about boxing, to be honest with you.
No, but that's why I wanted to know, because like George Foreman, a lot of people do know him now as like just as the grill guy. I'm like, no, this dude was a monster, bro. Like, oh man.
Yeah, he had to be good at boxing before he started putting out the grills.
Seriously, man. And fun fact about him, he has 3 sons, and they're all named George Foreman. Yeah, like identical. Like this
first, second, third.
Yes, yeah. Or excuse me, I think it's like second, third, fourth, or something like that. But yeah, they all have his name. I was like, dude, I love it, man. Shout out to George Foreman. Yeah. But getting back to some of these supers over here, baby.
I got Little Vato as the next one.
Oh, I do see Little Vato.
Gonna head out, but just know, always listening. Guys, smash that like button.
Oh, big facts. You heard what Lil Vato said, and shout out to you, Lil Vato, for that as well. Dude, man, see, this is why, we getting more of these boxing names. I'm about to fall into this trap over here. I don't want to fall into this trap over here. Y'all bringing up Bernard Hopkins. I'm like, Lord, dog, y'all bringing up these names.
You know it was me.
Come on.
You know it was me by saying, who's the GOAT? Who's your GOAT? I knew that would just get things going. Then saying, who's your top 5?
Oh, and this is why you want to do this right here. My man, all right, so, well, you know what? We might set a clock right here. I got 2 minutes. I give you 2 minutes real quick. All right.
It's 12:32.
It's 12:32. So we got to 12:34. All right. Cut me off at 12:34. But Elijah Barnett, he brings up Bernard Hopkins. Now, I love Bernard Hopkins, man. He was an ageless wonder as well. Man, you talk about a guy almost having like 2 separate careers. First end of his career, man, was still awesome and things like that. Obviously, had some personal issues out of the ring. They got him in some trouble and stuff like that. But, dude, he comes and he gets beat initially by Roy Jones Jr., right? And this one, Roy Jones is on top of the world, just knocking everybody out. Bernard Hopkins came back after that and literally went on a tear, beating all your favorite fighters. I mean, it was plenty of times I watch him beat somebody, and I'm like, yo, you're 40 right now. There's no way you're going to beat this champ by the name of Kelly. Was it Kelly Pavlik? I think that's how you say his last name. And you just watch my man Hopkins just go to work, beat Hops. Just so smooth, so awkward, but just the beautiful science of boxing, man. I absolutely love watching him. And Baby Tank, they're talking about Tank, Tank Davis or whatever.
No.
Oh my God. So he just fought. He's the one who like knocked out my man, was it Mario Barrios? Like almost put him in a coma, man. Like he's supposed to be like the next Floyd Jr. understudy type guy, but way more of a power puncher, whereas Floyd was more defensive and slick and stuff like that. But Tank Davis, he look good. He's looking real good, man. But you know Manny Pacquiao, right?
I do.
You know Pacquiao. Pacquiao got a fight tonight, baby. Yeah.
I did hear about that.
Now I'm mad.
People are surprised he's doing this still.
Because the guy he was supposed to fight was Earl Spence. And Earl Spence, man, is champ, been that guy. Like he's a part of that next wave. Him, guys like Bud Crawford and stuff, right? But Earl has sustained a cut in his eye while training, so he had to go and get a procedure done. So obviously this was like 2 weeks ago. There's no way he was gonna be able to have that procedure done and still be able to fight. But then this other cat, I forgot his name as well. I literally just had it on the tip of my tongue. But yeah, he basically said, yo, I'll step up, I'll do the fight. And Pacquiao kept it on. Now I'm a little upset because they're keeping the fight on pay-per-view, and I like Pacquiao. I don't mind paying $60 to see Pacquiao fight Earl Spence. That's cool. I don't know how I feel about paying $60 to see Pacquiao fight just that's my issue right there.
Okay, that's a bummer then.
Yeah, but I feel like I'm gonna have to pay because I got company coming over.
Oh yeah, definitely.
So I'm kind of locked in now.
Yeah, because your other option is trying to find it online, but
I can, but it's gonna look it's gonna be a little janky.
Yeah, there's that, yes. And if they're gonna be somewhat interested in the fight as well.
Yeah,
you don't want to do that.
Yeah, I can't be that guy, right? I don't want to be that guy.
Like if they weren't interested, maybe you could pull it off where you just have your laptop screen over on the side or something like that. Yeah. But if they're gonna be interested and everyone wants to watch it together, you got to get that up on the TV.
Very true. Very true. All right, so let's keep this thing going, man. And trust me, and I also have because actually we make sure we was on the clock. See, it's 12:35. Get y'all at 2 minutes of boxing. Yep.
As soon as you started talking, it flipped to 33. So you were perfect on the time.
Sweet. There we go. But I'm not just gonna read all these super chats. I'm gonna flip flop a little bit as well because I did put up the post last night for the community people. This is actually to everybody, not just members. So anybody could come in there and contribute what they wanted us to talk about. So I want to make sure that we give them a little bit of their attention as well. So the first one I want to read off though is from Trina Still Diva 5. Now I don't have the words verbatim because I did have to essentially chop it up a little bit and make it work for the show right here. But basically what Trina wants to know is who should we be watching for in tomorrow night's game between the Steelers and the Lions?
Well, we named a few names yesterday. Mm-hmm. Obviously Pierre, Cam Sutton.
Yeah.
Alex Highsmith versus Penne. Mm-hmm. Marsh versus Penne. Man. I mean, the line. It's going to really be the line. Probably Kendrick Green then. Like that might be the guy you want to watch the most just because of some of these recent reports coming out of camp of him getting pushed back a little bit. And then what we saw in the preseason game, we really need that position shored up and just the line in general. Because we're going to see them for the first time all together, hopefully.
Yes.
And Kendrick Green, for us picking him in the 3rd round, we want him to start.
Yeah. We do. We definitely do, man.
So that's a name right off the top.
I think of Banner as well. Now, we don't know how much he'll be out there, but that's definitely a guy that I'm interested to see just because we know he's coming back from injury, and this will be his first game action this season. So, yeah, I definitely want to see that. Devin Bush as well.
Good call.
Devin Bush, because
you're not as concerned about any mishaps Schobert might have.
Yeah. For me, and the only reason I say Devin is anytime somebody has just any type of adversity, any type of crazy performance, whether it's crazy good or crazy bad, when it kind of is like a one-off though, I want to see how they respond to it. So we know obviously that he had, given up the catch last week in the game. We talked about it in practice where he had some good days and he had some parts where it was a little rough for him. I just want to see continuing to bounce back, just continue to be headed in the right direction. Him and Justin Lane, actually. Justin Lane is another guy that I'm very hyped to see because, as we said in that last video that we talked about last episode, he's been looking really good in practice, but we know practice is not how we grade Justin Lane. It's going to have to be in stadium. Can you take what you've been doing in practice in terms of the PBUs, the interceptions, the sticky coverage? Can you take that and put it out there in the 3rd preseason game? Now, I think if he has a good performance in this game, like how we've been seeing, that can help him out a lot because even though he hasn't played well in these first 2 games, he's still been being productive in the sense of splash plays. Now you take those splash and now you put together a complete game. Now we can start to see what we can do with you. Can we actually formulate a position for you? A little bit of a role here. So that's the thing I'm interested to see with Justin Lane because it is looking like he might be turning the corner. Like just maybe it's not like a car where you just whip it. It's like a boat. You gotta like that.
I like to hear that.
Yeah, man.
I'm probably gonna stick with Kendrick Green then. Just the whole offensive line, really, because we'll say Kendrick Green. I know Dotson's a boss, and then we got left tackle Chooks. You brought up right tackle Banner. I guess you could even throw Trey Turner in the mix a little bit too. So whole offensive line outside of Dotson is like who I'm looking at. I'll be looking at Dawson to just move people backwards, but we already know he's going to be doing that. I want to see the rest of the offensive line step up.
Yeah. I mean, this is going to be interesting as a group to see how they respond, but then also the individuals, how do they respond? Because like you said, I mean, Kendrick, we really want to see, all right, are these one-offs or is this going to be an issue? We need you to be that guy. We want you to be that guy. But then also seeing, we know when Dotson was with Dan Moore, that whole unit looked good. Okay, we know Dotson could ball. Now, is that unit going to look the same when it's Dotson next to Chooks? Now, is it going to look like the unit is flowing as well? Man, this is fun. This These are the storylines that we're really interested in, man. That is a really good question right there, Trina Steele Diva 5. I make sure
yeah, because I feel like there's the obvious stuff
Yeah.
of like Najee. We get to see Ben's first game.
Yeah.
We obviously get to see Highsmith, Sewell, potentially Ingram, Sewell. Actually, probably more likely Ingram, Sewell, depending on how they flip it.
Yeah.
If they do it every series, then that's going to be really exciting. But yeah, I think there's some definite obvious ones, some pretty actually good matchups. But yeah, I'm going with center. You said Devin Bush then too on defense.
Yeah. Yeah, for me, I guess.
And then a little bit of Justin Lane.
Yeah, well, I feel like Justin and Devin are about equal to me in terms of how much I want to see them for varying reasons, right? We're obviously a lot more confident in Devin Bush. With Justin, it's like we're getting confident, we're getting excited, but I need to like make me believe it. Devin, he's shown more than enough throughout his time here that we believe in him. We just want to know, are you ready to take that next step? Or is it going to take a little bit, couple of weeks? That's what we're trying to see. But tomorrow's game will be a good barometer of that.
Tomorrow's game. Nice.
It's crazy, right?
Nice.
It's tomorrow, man. Yeah, that's going to tell us, though, man. We're going to see how he's been progressing. And that's the thing. That's all we want to know. Just that's what the preseason is. It's kind of like a sneak peek, a preview before, we're going to get the real action going, man.
What do we got for the next comment?
Man, but before
are we hopping back in the super chat?
Yeah, but before we get to the next one, I did want to give a quick shout out because, man, dude, the Harrisonburg Havoc women's football team, they're in here again. I got Mo. Mo just tuned in. Mo says he's tuning in from Harrisburg, PA, and he shouts out Harrisburg Havoc women's football team. It's crazy. I don't know what's going on with the team. Y'all keep popping up, okay? Keep popping up. All right, we're gonna look. We're gonna check you out now. We're definitely gonna do that. All right, so next one we got though is from Saquon D. I'll just leave it at that. But he says, what are our thoughts on AB's fight versus the Titans? For me, man, I kind of hinted to it a little bit earlier in terms of why I was wearing the Mike Tyson shirt. My thing, we don't care, like in terms of if fighting is not in a setting like that, obviously you don't want nobody fighting. We know where it can go to and what it can lead to and things like that. But when you talk about putting guys in an ultra competitive setting like training camp, and when you put in guys from opposite teams like joint practices, Bucks, Titans, obviously we did it twice with the Bills and the Detroit Lions. This happens. The best way to break it down in like the simplest of terms, right? Deke, you familiar with the Bloods? Like, that gang, right? And you heard of the other gang, the Crips, right? Arch enemies, one wears red, one wears blue, right? If they see each other, they want to kill each other, right? When you put two separate teams together, it's kind of like you're taking the red team, being the Bloods, and you got the other team being the Crips. So you just mix them into together and you say, hey, guys, have at it. It's going to be some fight. It's going to be a little bit of a riffraff and things like that. And obviously, AB just did what we said as competitors. When you feel like you want to go back and forth, okay, your energy might be to push. His energy might be to push back. Then you push. Then he takes the helmet off. Next thing you know, it's a jab being land. But at the end, man, I'm just glad that my guy was on the sending end of said punch and not the receiving end of said punch. That's just me. What's your thoughts on it, though, man?
Yeah, not a big deal at all. If anything, just goes to show AB's intensity.
Yeah.
That he's, even though he won the Super Bowl last year, even though he's third on the depth chart, he's still going to be trying to ball out this season. Like, he's not taking anything for granted. That's what I take away from it. I don't think it's a big deal at all. There were like 4 other scuffles in that training camp session. Yeah. No one's talking about those. Chris Godwin's, I got a quote right here. I feel like it always is on the second day of joint practices in the heat like this. Tempers kind of get going. Yes. Guys were just competitive. Bruce Arians isn't disciplining anyone, so I don't.
Flies, man. Swatting flies.
I don't see it as a big deal at all.
The biggest reason people talked about it was because they sent AB out of practice. That was the biggest reason. Now, from my experiences, I've seen where some coaches will kick out a player. It just depends. I've seen it where they try to let both of the players stay in there. Sometimes it works out like that. Sometimes the fight just continues to spill over. So that was the other part where people were like, well, he got kicked out of practice, so it had to be serious. Not necessarily. It could have simply been y'all in the heat of the moment. He lands a clean shot. And
for us to keep practice going, we just need to get you guys out of here.
Right. It's like he can't stay here in practice day because we know either that corner might want to fight or maybe he still feel like he needs to get more off his chest. But that's what we always talk about. You just never know how guys going to react, how long it takes guys to cool off. And sometimes, man, it's not even the people that you would always assume is going to be like that. I mean, I've seen some cats that you're like, oh, this is a great guy right here, man. He's so nice. He can hold my baby. And you're like, oh, this guy's a lunatic. He is trying to kill somebody out here right now. Like, yeah. But like you said, man, it's practice. if you don't want the fights to happen, man, don't bring them guys from the other team over to your practice setting because that happens. That definitely happens, man.
Yeah, I don't think it was a big deal at all.
Yeah, man. All right. So let's get back into the supers right here because, we go back and forth right here. And Corey Hewitt says AB showing off them boxing lessons. Hey, you're absolutely right.
Oh, yeah, he was doing boxing.
Yeah, absolutely was, man. So you saw that left look. I was more impressed with the fact that he was able to take the helmet off with the same hand that he landed the punch with. You know how tough that is? Like, in the heat of the moment, man, just grab with the left. And he is a lefty, right? That's the other thing that people don't know. That left hand clean. You got to switch up your footwork when you're fighting the lefty. That's southpaw action, man. All right?
Yeah, he's thrown the ball for us a couple times, right? Like on reverse and stuff.
Uh-huh.
You're right.
And that's how we could always get away with the plays going like that, and why we would have him catch the ball in the backfield and then reverse field, right? Most time when you see those plays, it's all same motion, all right? If the guy's running right, he's going to catch it, run all the way to the right and make the throw. We would have him catch it midfield, stop, reverse, because defenses, we're taught, hey, offense is right-handed. We're going to shift all our coverage there. So by him reversing field like that, it puts your defense in some binds. And yeah, man, but that's all that left hand action right there, man. But that was impressive, man. The rip off, sock with the left, it's good for him. And I'm glad and you talk about, AB sometimes his judgment comes into question. But I like the judgment here to take the helmet off first before throwing the punch. You don't want to break your hand. Everybody always talk, well, football players, why y'all punch helmets? No, we don't need to punch helmets. No. AB figured that out, man. Innovative. Ahead of the curve.
That does happen. You're right. Just punching the helmet, like how much is that really affecting the other player? Right. You're just hurting your own hand.
You're AB. You need your hands, Yeah. Smart move. So there we go. But yeah, I don't see a video. I have seen like the pictures in succession though. So you can see how like it goes from here to the helmet to the socking and you're like, woo, hey now. But yeah, that's that for that one. But then we do have Miles Harrington. Shout out to you, Miles Harrington. He says, how do you feel about trading for Andre Dillard? Could bring a lot of depth and competition to the offensive tackle position. Plus, Philly needs receivers.
So he was one of those dudes I called a bum last week. That was competing for the left tackle spot because there's a competition between him and another dude who's a 6th rounder.
Right.
He was a 1st round pick a couple years ago, but he's disappointed with the Eagles.
Yeah.
Teams are interested in him, I guess, just because of that 1st round pedigree. And yeah, if you look up Google Andre Dillard, teams have called Eagles about trade for Dillard, trade rumors. Like he's in all this stuff right now because I don't know. I mean, he might not be starting for them at left tackle. I don't know. I mean, if he's disappointed that much, he was a 1st round pick.
Yeah.
Is he going to be better than Chooks? Is he going to be better than Dan Moore? Although it looks like we're not really giving Dan Moore a shot at left tackle. Yeah. But
for me, man, I will say I like the pedigree. But the feeling is slightly different with Dillard compared to how I felt about the pedigree with Haskins. Because like with Haskins, obviously like he showed flashes, but the maturity was the big issue. And then we knew it was more dysfunction in the organization, a lot more just legit question marks. Whereas with Dillard, I don't necessarily feel like it was the same. I feel like it was more the performance part where you start to question if he's good enough. And that's for me where I'm just like, now I know Philly, they went through some changes as well, but I don't know. At this stage in training camp as well, like if we're going to make a move for a guy like that, because obviously you're going to have to give up assets because of the whole former 1st round moniker on him. I just personally wouldn't want to give up assets to a guy that's already struggling and has been struggling for a couple of years for more on-field stuff. And that's kind of what I feel like with Dillard.
Yeah, they're saying Jordan, I botched up his name last week too, Malata, appears to be the favorite to beat out Dillard for the left tackle spot.
Yeah.
So there must be teams that still believe in his talent that maybe they could get him right in their system.
Yeah.
Does that, for us, it goes back to your point. Do we feel better about like Dan Moore and Chooks in our system versus Dillard? Like because that's what it would be. I don't know if are we bringing him in to start right off the bat. It would just more of him sitting behind the wings probably this year, but we got Dan Moore.
Yeah. Unless
you're saying, hey, he could be our future left tackle and then Dan Moore could be our future right tackle. What are we going to have to give up, though? That's the other question. Yeah. If it's something cheap, like a 4th round pick, 5th round pick, maybe, that's not that bad.
I don't want to give that up for a guy that's already struggling, though.
I mean, we did get Dotson in the 4th round. We did get Dan Moore in the 4th round.
So I'm like, I don't want to give those type of quality pieces up for guys that we know are struggling. We're just hoping that, oh, yeah, you'll magically start playing better in our system. Like, that's why, like, with Haskins, if Haskins was playing bad, I don't think we all would have been as eager about or as excited about him joining us. But we've seen flashes of Haskins play well in Washington. We saw some clips where he's like, yo, he looks good. We know what he can do. But it was more so just the maturity. Yo, can you stay out of trouble? Even if it's not necessarily egregious in terms of breaking laws, can you just be a leader, a QB1? And that was more of the question marks with Haskins. With Dillard, though, I don't feel like it's the same, man. I really don't.
Yeah, so maybe this is one trade rumor that we could pass on right now.
Yeah, which is like a first for us, huh? I don't think we've ever, between both of us in agreement at the same time, I don't think we've ever had this moment, man.
It's just not one where it gets me going, where it's like...
Because it's not the sexy position. If it was a wide receiver,
no,
a corner...
because Morgan Moses, like, he's a good example. I would have loved to sign him.
Fair enough.
But this one, you're right.
Because Morgan is proven.
Me looking into the Eagles last week a little bit, this goes back to my diligent research. Mm-hmm. They were saying this dude's been a disappointment with the Eagles. He's going to get beat out by the 6th-round pick. I'm not taking a shot at the 6th-round pick. Maybe he's actually, like, really underrated and has blossomed into a decent player. But I don't know, man. I think I'd rather just take our chances with Chooks and Dan Moore.
I'm with you.
Depending on the compensation. Maybe if this was earlier in the offseason, that's a different story. Right. But as of right now, if you want to make the move, I'm going to be all for it. Yeah. You know what I mean? Especially if the compensation's good. But it's not something I'm all gung-ho about right now.
Yeah, I'm chill on it right now. I don't, unless if Chooks comes out here and tomorrow night he looks like a disaster and Dan Moore were to go down,
there you go.
Then by all means. But if Chooks is still available and is looking like how, I mean, even how currently.
What if we're one of these teams?
Yeah,
What if we're one of these teams calling the Eagles up? We just played them.
Oh, I mean, we've done it before. I mean, you think about that's how we got Al. I was a D lineman for Philly when we played them in that game. I mean, I'll never forget that game because that was the Troy speech where, yeah, this is Steelers, man. You got to do this. So he gives us this big halftime. Well, not even halftime, like first quarter in-game sideline, like slack, and he kills everybody on the defense, bro. It was amazing. But that was the game. Like right after that, we end up going and calling him up, getting out. Yeah, I don't remember if they cut him right after or something like that. But literally, we had him like a next day or two from that game, bro. So yeah,
it's one of those things because I'm talking myself into it a little bit more. Mm-hmm. I don't really care if you do it. I'm not really pushing for it, but if you make the move, I'm kind of pumped. You know, I'll talk myself into it. Okay. 1st-round pick. You know, I think that's better to have him than probably Joe Haeg as our 4th tackle, though.
Bring up a good point.
So like,
bring up a good point.
Chooks, Dillard, Dan Moore, and Banner. Yeah. I'd rather have that than having Haeg as the 4th guy.
You definitely make a good point.
It goes back to the compensation, though. I don't know what that is. What's the fair compensation for Dillard?
Like, I don't like fair. I feel like 5th, 6th, but because he was a 1st-rounder, I just feel like they're gonna try to play a little bit harder with that. And if he has multiple teams showing interest, that also drives up the number, which also makes me like, nah, I don't want to do it. I don't want no bidding war for Dillard. I just don't think that he's shown enough at this level for us to really go down that hole of, all right, let's really give this. Let's really give. Like, I'm good on that. Like.
Well, right. Let's see this. Let's see Saturday preseason because if we're not looking too good at the tackle spot, Monday or Sunday, whenever we do this, we're coming in. Trade for Dillard right now.
No. You know, we definitely gonna say that too. We're sick.
That's a good question, though. That's a good question.
Wow. But then, man, shout out to this man. This is a follow up. Well, not even follow, but same family a little bit. Barilla92. He says, "Do you think it's a good idea to cut Joe Haeg to get that comp pick back?"
Why would we get a comp pick for him? I don't know how that works.
But so it's based on how much they signed for. But I didn't think his deal was enough to hurt us from a compensation or a compensatory pick. I hate that name, by the way. But yeah, I didn't think that Joe Haeg signed for enough to really affect that. When you think about the losses of Bud Dupree, Mike Hilton, and Matt Fowler. Like because the way that the comp like formula works is essentially, whoever you lose, if they sign for X amount and we don't bring in enough people free agency wise that are going to count for X amount of that money to bring a balance, the NFL will look at the formula and say, oh yeah, well, y'all lost this much. All right, you didn't bring it back in. So here, you get an extra draft pick. You get an extra this. And that's how that formula works. But I don't know the full percentage of, okay, this contract is that. But I do know when it's like how ours was this offseason when we had 3 guys signed for 3 very big deals, we didn't bring in anyone
4 big
that
deals.
was going to make money like that. I mean, the biggest deal we did was what, Trey Turner?
Maybe.
Yeah.
Wasn't his 3 or 4?
He was still, what was it, 4? I thought it was. Like,
I mean, it might be Ingram at 4.
Yeah.
Actually. Because I think Turner's was less. I think Turner's was like at 3.5.
Right. So that's my thing. I'm like, we didn't sign a ton that was going to affect that shift of balance like that. So, yeah, so we should still be good with a comp pick. So I don't think you need to cut Joe Haig if that's the mindset with it.
You might just need to do it, though. I don't know. Do we have a 4th or 5th guy?
Right now?
Is Coward versatile enough? He could play tackle?
I haven't seen him be versatile enough for that. Like, I like him
Do we even have anyone else? Like, what am I missing?
I mean, we
I have
got 4
the depth
tackles.
chart.
Those are 4 tackles right there.
I have the depth chart pulled up.
Yeah.
Let me check it real quick. Because on one hand, I just don't think Haig's that good.
Well, no, I don't think any of us did. That's why, I mean, when he came from Tampa, he wasn't even a starter down there.
He almost caught that one in the Super Bowl. It was a good play on the defense, though.
I think he's trying to say sketchy.
Yeah, bro.
Here's where he says, man, he wish we had got Morgan Moses. I'm with you, man. That would have simplified a lot of this, man.
Here's a name we might have forgotten: Chaz Green. What I'm saying is, it's between Joe Haig, Chaz Green, and this dude named John LeGlue. Aviante Collins, like those. That's our tackle depth now, left and right.
Yeah, I would say I'm not forgetting names, but it's the reason why we don't bring up certain names, bro. We talked about this when the Chaz Green signing happened initially. We know that's not the scenario that we trying to have here. That's all I'm saying, man. Yeah.
Well, all of a sudden we cut Joe Haig. One of those dudes is our 4th tackle. Who'd you rather have, Joe Haig or Chaz Green?
Joe Haig.
Okay, it's that definitive.
I haven't seen Joe Haig do the bad.
So, all right, you know what? This is why we make this Dillard trade, honestly. Yeah. I'm for it now.
I'm still not. I am not talking myself into trade for Dillard. I'm not doing I can't do it right now. I can't do it. I'm going to wait. We need to see bad. I need to see terrible.
Dude, just for depth, though, at least.
But we're not going to make that type of move for depth. That's going to cost a good amount. Like, I don't want to do that. Yeah, you're going to give up that. We're going to be sitting here like, yeah. We could have drafted another guy like Dotson.
So you're thinking, hold on. So you're thinking then if one of our guys gets hurt, we'll just make a trade mid-season for. I would
much rather do that. Yes, okay. That's what I'm thinking. Versus let's plan ahead, get this depth. Like we have enough bodies there for the sake of bodies. I mean, you talk about Dan Moore. Dan Moore, he'll be able to hop in at left. We know that.
I just don't want Haig starting at any point in the season.
But he wouldn't as long as Dan Moore is healthy, right. And as long as one of either Banner or Chooks are healthy, you're going to always be fine there. And obviously, you know when injuries happen too, it's very rare that both of your guys go down at the same time. It might be, okay, this guy missed a game or two at the beginning of the season. Okay, the other guy missed a game or two in the mid part. It's never both of those guys at the same time. So I would much rather just roll my dice that way and take my chances versus planning ahead but giving up more than I would necessarily like to give up for a guy that has already been struggling since he's coming to the league.
Okay, got you.
Yeah.
We got another one on the super chat.
Yes, we do. But quick, actually, no. Shoot.
We got a few. Quite a few on the super chat.
Yeah, and I'm also going to do these upper room members real quick as well. Okay. So, can you remember this name for me? Butchin Burger. You just remember that for me?
Yep.
All right. So I'm going to go through these super chats do these upper rooms. And then after that, we'll start back with Butcher Bergen and keep this conversation flowing, man. It's a dope little day, though. It's a cool little vibe, man.
These topics are good as hell.
I like this, man. What we talked about so far, man. We obviously the AB fight, who to look out for. Talk a little boxing.
The tackles. We trade for Dillard.
Cam, Mac Jones. I mean, we're going to keep this thing flowing, but this is what we like, man. Every once in a while, you get these type of shows.
Yeah, especially on a Friday.
It's a Friday.
Yeah.
It's a Friday. You ain't got no job. You ain't got nothing to do. I'm going to take you to Mars today. All right, but we got B. Quintanar. Shout out to you, B. Quintanar, and welcome to the Upper Room. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Then we got Don 1. Shout out to Don 1 right there. I like that name, and welcome to the Upper Room. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Then after that, we got DY. DY. I don't know, but you know. But either way, we're good. But welcome to the Upper Room. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Then after that, we got Calculated Snipe. Oh, I like. That's a dope name right there. Calculated Snipe. Welcome to the Upper Room. Yes, indeed. Then after that, we got Daniel Sikali. Daniel Sikali. Welcome to the upper room. Yes, indeed. And then the final one of this group of shout outs, we have Reginald Billingsworth III. Now, Reginald, he's been rocking with us for a little while. I see his name in here a good amount, but welcome to the upper room. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. All right. So you got me on that name, right? We said Butcher. That's what we said it was?
Butcher Bergen.
Right.
Bergen.
Yeah, shout out to Butcher Bergen. Yeah. But Butcher Bergen says, Harris jumps / hurdles a lot. Might get a yard or two, but someone should tell him a fake at the right time. I've CC'd you all in high brass meetings to let us know to get that message over there to Najee to let him know to stop jumping or to fake the hurdle. I think that last game, we both kind of felt like, yo, you don't have to jump in the preseason anymore.
Not the preseason.
Yeah.
Is someone getting hurt like that, hurdling? I don't remember a time where someone was doing that.
I seen dudes get blasted. I don't think I'm gonna get hurt though. Not like of significance. Like maybe dazed, but yeah.
That's what I'm wondering. Does hurdling really affect a big time injury? I don't know about that.
I'll just say this. I know the one injury that he could have had, but he did not. He dodged that bullet, but I have seen this on plenty of occasions. The run that got called back to the left side, the fry move one. When he jumps, you saw when he lands, he straight arm on the ground, taking all the force. Seen plenty of dudes dislocate elbows, be a wrist or something like that. Yeah, elbow, dislocate wrist, shoulders, break arms. Like that does happen when you put all your force. Because remember, he was full speed in the air and it was like bam, abrupt. That can't happen. I know initially that was what made me think of it because I've seen that happen and I've had a similar situation when I did dislocate my elbow as well, man. So yeah, that was the one part. But he was good. So I was like, hey, man, shout out to you, baby.
It's just one of those things with injuries. Yeah. We saw Bud Dupree last year. He literally took a step towards ACL. Yeah. So it's football, dude.
Absolutely, man.
Like if he's hurdling, he could, like, remember Le'Veon Bell, he got shot in the knee by the defender. It was perfect, I think, on the sideline. So, like, that could happen. It's just football, dude. I don't know if hurdling necessarily increases your chances for injury in this game.
It doesn't decrease it. We'll put it like that. That's a fair assessment.
Okay. I guess that's fair. I guess that's fair. But if he's able to make some plays by doing it.
I'm with it, man. Listen, we already said we didn't draft Najee to be a 10, 15-year running back, all right? He's here for a good time, not a long time, all right?
I ain't here for a good... No, I did it wrong, right? I ain't here for a long time. I'm here for a good time. I definitely wasn't going country. I'm just throwing that out there, baby. That's a song.
I'm sure it is, but that definitely wasn't going country with mine. Yeah. I like how you got the country vibe, too. You hit with it. I'm here for a... I was like a rhinestone cowboy.
If I had to bet money, Najee Harris getting hurt. No. I'm saying it wouldn't be by hurdling. God. It's not gonna be by hurdling.
I don't even want to talk about it because this is how jinx happen.
He's just not getting hurt, but I'm just saying the percentages. It's not by hurdling.
God. Stop it. God, we're gonna be sitting here 4 weeks from now like, thanks a lot, Deke. Thanks a lot.
That just goes to show how much I'm concerned about the hurdling. I'm just not.
Jeez.
In preseason, right? Just actually don't even be out there in preseason.
Stop it. Oh God, you're right though, man. You're right. Can he have a stomach ache before the game?
Sure.
We need wherever Jalen
not as severe as Hurts. Right? We don't want him going to the hospital.
Whatever Jalen ate, you just eat half of that. All right, just eat half of it. So then that way you can have a little tummy ache, you be in the bathroom, but other than that, you don't have to go to the hospital, but you're not going to be out here. And I'm completely fine with that, man. But whew, y'all make me nervous, baby. I don't even want to talk about and I hurt anything. Nope. But shout out to Cigar Club. I like that name as well, man. I wonder if that's like a real place, the Cigar Club.
There's got to be one place in the world named the Cigar Club.
This is the Cigar Club. It just seems so cathedral. So just, yes, like I like that right there. I would go smoke a cigar or a backwood in honor of you.
Oh, thanks.
You know, because
it's still a cigar.
Yeah, it's in the family. I'll just, alter it a little. No, I'm playing. But Cigar Club says, just found you guys and can't get enough. Moats crushed it on the field and is now bringing the heat here. Cheers to you both on a great channel. Man, major love and respect, Cigar Club. We appreciate you, baby. We try to keep the content flowing, try to keep the good times rolling. And then after that, Michael Patrick McCracken, he says, I screenshot the Hall of Fame jacket. God can't take that. He can't take that screenshot away, Deke. He can't. So you're good, baby. You're forever immortalized.
Okay.
What was the big dude name? Was it David Baker, right? That's his name? Oh, man, the Hall of Fame guy. Did he pull up on you?
No, it was from God, actually.
Oh, like God just did
he
open up or did he ascend down? Like, how do we do this? I wasn't sure.
He just popped up on my screen.
He said, "Yo, what's up, man?"
Yeah, it was weird. He popped up through my screen through like an image on the internet.
Well, sometimes he's chill too. That's what he says. He created us all in his likeness, so you chill. He's chill.
He dropped some F-bombs. Yesterday, actually.
He created the words, didn't he?
Yeah.
All right, then. Yeah.
Yeah, no, he was cool.
I'm with it, man. Hey, man, ain't no wrong with that, baby. Shout out. shout out, baby. Next up, we got Richard Arbiza. Uh-oh, he's trying to get me back into this hole now. He trying to get me back. All right.
MMA
Richard,
top 5. Is that the comment?
Nah, Richard gave his top 3, his fave boxers. He goes Floyd Mayweather, Manny Pacquiao, and Canelo Alvarez. He says those are his fave 3. I can respect that, man. And it's funny, man.
He must be younger then, huh?
Yeah, definitely feel like the younger crowd, man. I'm looking at the emoji as well. I like the anime vibe, but it gives me like younger vibe. But I could definitely respect that, man, because obviously for this generation, Canelo, I mean, once Mayweather, especially like once he got on the back end, Canelo has been the new name. Him and Triple G, they were the guys for a little while. And obviously Canelo's continued to progress since then. But yeah, I like that though, man. I ain't opposed to those 3. I'm not opposed to it, but when you just talk about 3, I feel like we only focus on like either one weight class group, right? You heard me, I was a heavyweight fan growing up, so all my guys were typically bigger. This guy right here seems like he likes a little bit smaller guys right there. That was about 100-pound difference between the heavyweights and them little 145, 150, like little dudes right there, man. But I like that though. Uh-oh. Shout out to Caleb Cole too. This is for you.
Okay. He
says, ready for Cassius Marsh to go crazy tomorrow, Deke, with the laughing, crying emoji.
What's he laughing about?
Tell him it's going to happen, man. Hey, look, funny thing too, because like I said, going through those comments and as I'm finding everything, people will really try to set you and Cassius Marsh up, bro. The more I went back and like, not even the live chat, like just, people like rewatch the vids, they'll still comment on it, which is absolutely awesome. And I try to make sure I go through and look at them if it's something pertaining to the show, shout you guys out, bring you back up. But a lot of them in there was like, yo, they were picking sides. Like, man, I think Deke could take Cassius. It was like, nah, man, Cassius would murder Deke.
Yeah,
like,
I'd get
murder
smoked.
him.
I get smoked. That's why I don't fight.
But it was definitely funny, like, seeing them go back. That's a legit thread now, bro.
Man.
Yeah, it's a legit thread, man. Yeah.
I didn't think it'd come to this.
It was pretty funny, though. I liked it. Yeah. Now, every time I see Cassius, I'm going to be thinking of you, though. Every time I see him thinking of you, man.
I think that's a thing, though, because I'm definitely going to be watching for him.
Absolutely. You got to, right? You have to. Let me get this other chat. There we go.
I do hope there's a Penne Suo matchup with him. At least just one series.
Just
Give me one series. Give me one series, please.
Oh,
I don't know if it's it's probably not gonna happen.
Yeah,
it's probably not. He's gonna come in the second half, and Sewell's gonna be out of the game. Yeah. I'm guessing.
It's going to be hilarious, though, man.
I'm hoping
it's gonna be hilarious. I needed to happen as well for me and you, just so we come back in here and talk about it.
I know.
Yeah.
You going to the next chat? Could I read off this one comment?
Yeah, go ahead, man.
This is pretty good.
Yeah, get us.
I didn't listen to the whole album, but this is from Stangmang 21. Mm-hmm. Can we shout out Melvin Ingram's new album, which actually isn't that bad?
Oh, yeah, it came out, yeah.
I heard one of the songs on Instagram or something as I'm scrolling through. I'm like, is this Future?
No, he got some vibes.
He sounds exactly like Future. Mm-hmm. They're pretty good. I would like to see a Melvin Ingram, Terrell Edmonds collab.
Okay. I can see that.
Maybe throw Wiz in there, too.
Okay. I can see that.
No, I thought it was pretty good.
Yeah. Nah, because he has a couple of songs, man. I like the fact that he's just himself, too. I know, like, with L. Bell, he doesn't use profanity when he raps. I think AB might have took a similar approach, but I just like the fact that with Mel, because a lot of times with athletes, right, you always worry about your image. Oh, well, we don't say certain things in interviews, but we know how we talk when we're amongst our peers.
AB was concerned about swearing.
Like, seriously, but it's not even in L. Bell 100%. Like, you listen to any L. Bell song, like, you're not going to hear a curse word. Like, that was his thing. But like certain players that athletes, when they try to do that crossover thing, they think about that. And it was largely because when Allen Iverson crossed over and he did his little rap album, he spoke like how he would talk to everybody else. And obviously it was a lot more explicits and slurs that were in there that slang-wise is normal. But when you put it out there for everybody else to hear, you could imagine people that are not from that culture, how they reacted to it. But with King Mel, as his rap moniker is, I do like the fact that he just spits how he wants to spit. And I'm all for it. I'm like, yes, baby, be yourself. Get it off your chest. But nah, he is good, man. I like him.
Yeah, I thought it sounded pretty good. I'll have to listen to the rest of it, actually.
Yeah, definitely like him right there, man.
But yeah, I just want to get that comment off.
Yeah. But he don't have a banger yet.
Like Terrell?
Nah, Terrell ain't got no banger yet either.
Oh,
it's
no.
only one person with a banger.
I like that one song Edmonds got.
Nope, it's only one person with a banger.
Whole lot of money.
Whole lot of money. I just love it. I can't help it.
Bell doesn't have one. But yeah, AB. I'd say Bell, AB.
You don't like Wednesday? Every day's a Wednesday.
Or not Bell, I'm sorry. Edmonds, AB, and Mel.
Oh,
I think they all got some good songs. Yeah, Bell, no.
Come on, every day's
AB's only got one though. All of his other songs are pretty
Shrimp
trash.
Bayless, you got Shrimp Bayless. Every day's a Wednesday. When I wake up and I wanna do it, when I gonna do it, when you see me when you do it, and then I gotta better do it. That's that Al Bell flow, man. That's hot, bro. Or hot, buddy.
Yeah, that song's good. Yeah. Edmonds is pretty good. And then I'm liking Ingram. I think Edmonds got some competition because I ranked Edmonds first.
Well, because I think Ingram is further along than Edmonds though.
He's been doing it for a little more.
Yeah, he's further along. So I don't even think like it would be viewed the same because like you think about like AB and L Bell. L Bell was trying to do music, but we just felt like he wasn't as good at doing music. AB was more so just like he got free time, so he wanted to start creating music. Edmonds like he's doing it the right way, building his little foundation and going about it. And Edmonds is taking the approach kind of like Ingram. Ingram has just already had that approach beforehand. So that's why I feel like Ingram's just further ahead of him in the game right now, man. But, I'm like, you might have to get a collab, man. I have to get a collab with them dudes.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
Yeah, because Edmonds got some heat, bro. I mean, we heard plenty of the Edmonds stuff. I like Edmonds stuff. All right, next up, we got, Nigel Jackson. Now he's giving me the MMA top 5.
Yeah, I saw that. I was wondering if that was the comment you were talking about.
That's actually
you got Notorious in there.
I will go top of my head, top 5 fighters. Oh my gosh. Dude, this is another one that's going to be impossible to just give me a top 5 off the top of my head right now. But if I'm going, I don't even know my order right now, but the 5 names will definitely be John Jones, Khabib Nurmagomedov.
Ooh.
I'm going George St. Pierre. I will probably throw in, oh my goodness. This is tough.
Is McGregor getting snubbed?
This is tough, bro. This is tough.
You throwing the females in there?
Amanda Nunes is definitely in there. Oh my goodness. Honestly,
or should you have separate top 5s?
No, heck no. We're all inclusive. So you know what? I'll do. Yeah, I'll 5 off the top of my head. I will go John Jones. I'm gonna go with George St. Pierre. I'll go with Khabib Nurmagomedov. I'm gonna go with Amanda Nunes, and I'll go Ronda Rousey.
Whoa.
And I'll give you a reason for all. So this is my reason. Before the sport was big for women, who was the trailblazer? Who was the first woman to headline a pay-per-view? Who was the first woman to outsell her male counterparts in the UFC for pay-per-view buys? Ronda Rousey. Ronda was the groundbreaker, and she was actually good. She was elite. I mean, you saw her have the crazy long winning streak, the multiple title defenses. That's another reason why you heard the names that I said, title defenses. Conor, I mean, he set the league on fire in terms of like getting people to talk about the UFC and making it a bigger brand, but he never defended any of his belts. And then when you look at just the matchups that he had, some of them were very favorable in terms of the timing of it, not taken away from him. But when I'm comparing him to a guy like John Jones, who cleared out a division twice, like literally went through the first group and he was champion for so long that he got a chance to go through the second group. That's different. George St. Pierre, he's another guy. Talk about defending belts, different weight classes, like God level in terms of how long he's been doing it. Yeah. Khabib Nurmagomedov, once again, defended on numerous occasions and absolutely worked that boy Conor as well. I mean, we know Conor, and you think about who Conor got beat by, Dustin Poirier. Hey, worked him too. You go down the list, just worked him too. I mean, you go down this list and it's like, yeah, they all look boring because it's like watching Floyd Mayweather. It's like, yo, the guy's so good that he makes everybody look average. I respect that though. And then Amanda Nunes, because to me right now, she is the GOAT. In this today UFC, bro, she is untouchable. Like, it's crazy watching her. But I got honorable mentions though. Can I get some honorable mentions? Am I allowed to do honorable mentions? Because Connor is definitely my honorable mentions. Valentina Shevchenko is in my honorable mentions. The Iceman Chuck Liddell is in my honorable mentions. And I can't forget about big boy Cain Velasquez and Daniel Cormier. Dude, I could do this for hours. I love my fighting. God, I love my fighting, baby. Oh, I'm looking at everybody. Let me see what the people are saying in that.
It's interesting to have Rousey sneak in there.
But she's not sneaking in. You think about.
No, I get what you're saying. She's just forgotten about it, especially with how her career ended.
Well, because the person who beat her was who? Amanda. First, it was Holly Holm, but when she came back, she got the chance to fight Amanda Nunes. This is how Amanda Nunes won the belt, and Amanda Nunes had already had the belt by then. But this is when Amanda Nunes like really blew up even more because she got a chance to have that changing of the guard moment, that LeBron and Kobe, that Kobe and Jordan moment. Like that's what it was when them two went in there. And since then, Amanda has been dominating. I mean, she beat Chris Cyborg, knocked her out. Chris Cyborg for decades. Even when Ronda Rousey was on top of the world, we all looked at Cyborg like, yo, Ronda is the best, but we want to see her versus Cyborg. But because they're in two different corporations, they never got a chance to fight. Cyborg was a monster, scariest woman alive for years until Amanda Nunes knocked her out. We had never seen that before. That, like, Amanda Nunes is GOAT tier. Seriously GOAT tier, but she's standing on the shoulders of Ronda. If there was no Ronda, there is no Amanda Nunes. That's the thing. That's why Ronda's forever gonna be in that conversation, man.
Okay.
Yeah,
what's the chat saying?
Oh man, Anderson Silva, he's another one. Absolutely. And I like the Spider. My problem is this with Spider-Man. He fought too long, so I've seen too many of the negatives now. When a guy gets to fight, and you know how Silva, any of the guys that are big Anderson Silva fans, you know with him, he still is fighting to this day. Bruh, he gotta stop. That's the reason for me it's hard for me to like keep him in there because I've seen some of the bad because he keeps coming back. Ronda, she got beat twice. She's like, all right, I'm out of here. It's done. It's past me. Cool. I'm fine with that. But my man Anderson Silva, if he could fight tonight, he would be on somebody's car fighting tonight. I love the passion, love the hunger, but that's the reason why I don't have him in my legit top 5. But he's definitely an honorable mentions, though. I mean, he's a legend as well. He's definitely a legend.
I'm seeing this name, Fedor.
Oh
is
my
he in the
gosh,
mix?
yes.
Fedor, Emelianenko.
God, they got some, bro. I'm trying to see who else have I missed up here because it's a good amount of names, bro. Of guy, this is like saying who's your top 5 NFL players. Like that's what it's gonna be the equivalent of. You know what I mean? Like it's just too many
different positions.
Yeah, like which position am I going? What weight class am I going? Like, yeah, I don't even include a guy like Jose Aldo, right? That's the guy that Conor McGregor beat. But before Conor beat him, bro, he probably was one of the most decorated 145ers ever in terms of how many title defenses he had. Like everything with this dude was just straight amazing. But he's not even in this. Like it's just a ton of people to talk about, bro.
You have Nate Diaz in there? I'm just messing.
Oh, he's for the culture. He's done for the culture. I see Rampage. Ooh, I like Willie as well, man. Shout out to Willie. But Artem Lopez, the GOAT. Yes, y'all, that's sick. Artem.
Someone saying Fedor's the MJ of fighting.
I ain't going there, bro. I'm not going there. Forrest Griffin, he's another. All right, yeah. But see, nope. We're staying on it too long.
Okay.
On it too long. Because like I said, I'll be looking at 45 minutes. We were talking MMA, boxing. We'll keep though. We got time to talk. Mighty Mouse. Absolutely.
Yeah, who's Mighty Mouse?
That's Demetrius Johnson. So he was the guy. Like, so you heard of Henry Cejudo, right? Triple C, that guy. So beforehand, Demetrius Johnson ran all that lightweight stuff. Like, was the champ forever. It was like boring watching him fight because nobody could give him a close fight. Like he just dominated everyone. And even in that fight where Henry Cejudo technically won the belt, it was more so because Demetrius didn't dominate him and Henry was able to like block some of his takedowns. That was why they gave it to him, bro. But a lot of us was kind of like, bro, I still would have went Demetrius and I would love to see them run it back. But Demetrius, in terms of him in the UFC, they had issues, which is why Demetrius left there and went to One, which is a different fighting organization. He was able to make a lot more money over there. But Demetrius Johnson, they called him Mighty Mouse. He was an absolute animal. But the problem was trying to market him. He didn't have the negative storyline like a John Jones. He never had a legit rival either, like some of these other fighters had. Like when we talk about Amanda Nunes, Cyborg. Oh, what about Ronda? Okay, when you talk about John, okay, what about Cormier? Okay, what about this guy and that guy? He never really had that for him. So marketing him was tough. And then, like I said, just him in the UFC brass, they just never really connected like how they felt it should have been, and that's ultimately why he left. But he definitely, oh my God, definitely is in that conversation for a fact, bro. For a fact, man.
Butterbean.
That's getting back to our boxing talk.
Yeah.
Which, for a fact, though, I did actually get a chance to see him, man. He fought in Norfolk, my hometown. I was probably like 10 or 11 years old. He fought at the Norfolk School. I'll never forget it, bro. He's like, yo.
You know, Craig Wolfley, he fought him, actually.
Yeah, I know. I definitely know that.
Hilarious.
Yes, dude. Wolf low-key is like, he got some funny stuff, man. Like, you hear him like, Wolf, you did what? Like, are you serious right now? Yeah, it was Craig Wolf we're talking about, man. So, yeah. But, dude, shout out to that right there, man. Shout out to the MMA talk. Thank you, Nigel. Appreciate you for that, man.
So, you're not swayed in your top 5?
I am not. No, I'm not. Because for me, man, I don't feel like I will ever have a definitive top 5 unless I sit down for like a day and just really comb through names, films, stats, where I was at the time. Like, it was a lot to go into that, bro. Yeah.
Okay.
Absolutely. All right. What we got next? We got Let's Go UW. Shout out to you, Let's Go UW. He says, is there any truth to stories about Canada working with Ben on his mobility?
Canada's got Ben on the treadmill.
Oh, is that what we're talking about?
I guess.
Oh.
He's increasing his speed.
Oh, I don't know, man.
No, what he's saying is
I think we've
been doing more play action and stuff, and it's been working.
Yeah, but I don't necessarily think it's like him working on his mobility.
I know that's what I'm saying. The visual of Matt Canada with Ben on the treadmill.
Hey, shuffle here. All right, back pedal. All right, get up out of there. Sprint. Like, I don't think it's to that. I do think
having Ben stretching on the sidelines and stuff.
Hey, Ben getting that hot tub for 30 minutes this time, okay? 30 minutes to loosen up those muscles, baby. But I don't think Matt Canada is necessarily working with Ben on his mobility. I do think he is challenging him a little bit, though, with some of the calls just to see, is Ben truly capable of these things? Because it's easy for Ben, it's easy for us to sit here and say, yeah, Ben can run play action. Yeah, Ben can run a sprint out. Yeah, Ben can do a naked bootleg. Yeah, we can say all these things. And even Ben can say it, but it's a difference when you talk about having a guy actually have to go out there and do it, and with the timing of it, because we've seen now in 2 games, the timing, when it is off, it turns into a disaster with the way Canada's offense currently is. So that's the part where I do think that Matt Canada is challenging Ben, but it's Ben Roethlisberger, man. He'll be able to do this, and if he can't, then they just going to adjust the stuff that he can do and do more of that, and the stuff that he can't do, just throw it out. So, yeah.
I've heard some good things on these PA rollouts and PA bootlegs. So I'm excited to see him.
I'm excited to see them in the stadium as well.
Oh, you don't think we're going to see him?
I hope we do. I definitely want to. Part of me does.
Worried about the line? What you worried about?
No. See, you said bootleg.
Yeah.
You ain't worried about the line on the bootleg.
Huh?
The line actually doesn't play for the quarterback part. That bootleg element. Depth,
oh yeah, you're exposed.
Speed, yeah, that's why I'm like, part of me like, yeah, I want to see it, because we've heard that, yeah, he can do it. He's improving at it. But the other part is, what if it's not to how we've all talked about it in his mobility? You get caught out there like that. That's get a little dicey.
He'll just stiff arm someone, then throw a dot down the field, probably.
Yep.
But I'm excited with Ben in Canada's system.
I'm excited.
I think a lot of people are. I think Ben's going to do pretty good this year. I've been saying it. I mean, I'm not saying anything new here.
Yeah.
Let's just be real.
It's going to be fun, man. That's the beauty of it. We ain't got to debate it. Film gonna tell us. Film will tell us. But Corey Hewins, shout out to you as well, Corey. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. All right. Let me go back to the other set of questions here. This one was from Steven Carpenter. Now, he was basically asking about Benny Snell and if he should be worried about being cut, because he could be a potential cap or not even cap casualty, but he could be a roster cut if they decide to keep an extra lineman or extra linebacker, like we talked about as well with some of especially the outside linebacker depth right now. I'm just depending on if they're going to keep 4 or 5,
or just
how many
keeping
inside
a normal
guys.
amount of running backs.
Yeah, very true. So Benny Snell, absolutely, man. He definitely is a guy that needs to, have a really good performance tomorrow night. Part of his situation was just a lack of availability. And it's unfortunate that it lasted as long as it did, but now that he's back, you got to make up for it. You got to make up that ground. So he's going to need to be on his P's and Q's tomorrow night, and obviously all the practices going into that next game as well.
Well, you talk highly about Kalen Ballage too. Like he's been balling about.
Super good, man.
So it's not even Snow and what he does. At least he could maybe try to make the decision hard. Right. But Kalen's been doing really good from what you said and other reports about training camp.
Bro, Kalen, like, he's showing this gear, bro. Like, his ability to just, when he puts his foot in the ground, him getting north and south, no nonsense, physical demeanor. This is one of the things, and I've highlighted this when we did the little breakdown of Kalen Ballage. He's always falling forward. That's the other thing. You watch him in practice, he hardly is ever getting knocked backwards. Similar things about Najee Harris, right? You hardly ever see Najee, even if it's two guys on him, where he's falling backwards on his back. He's always falling forward, always falling forward. And that's one of the big things that Coach Simon always preached and always harped about, even with L. Bell. Because mentally, as a defender, that wears on you. When you're always on the end, you're always receiving. Man, psychologically, that does stuff to you, man. It at the end of the game, you over here like, bro, I just feel bad. Like, you just don't feel good about anything from that performance. And that guy obviously continues to have the other effect of that, right? That running back, you getting your confidence going even more so. So, yeah, with Kalen, though, you can see with his demeanor, especially in Pittsburgh, like, he is always falling forward, always, north and south. I definitely like his game a lot. That, to me, is the more pressing concern for Benny Snell, too. Yeah.
And that's something we saw with Ballage on some of those shitty teams he was on. And the worst case scenario, even though his overall numbers weren't phenomenal because his yards per carry were, I think, in the 3 range each time, he was on bad teams. One, it was the Jets and the Chargers, but it looked like he was pretty damn good in goal line situations.
He definitely was, yeah.
But then we also saw some things where you're like, man, if he could put this all together with his just speed on the outside, he could catch out the backfield a little bit, and you could see him falling forward. Man, if he's in a good situation, it looks like he might have found something here in Pittsburgh. We got Harris, but maybe he could be a nice little RB2 for us to spell Harris
could
at
be.
times.
Absolutely could be. Man, I would be all for that.
And we need the goal line thing was real from last year.
Man.
I'm assuming Harris could take care of the goal line work. But, man, if we need to put Ballage in there, he could get the job done. He did it in the preseason game, first preseason game for us.
Well, we got another guy that did it last preseason game.
Let me
goal line threat, man.
Who am I missing?
Come on, baby. The forgotten child in the running back room. Don't forget him now.
Oh, Samuels.
Come on, baby. Yeah. That's our goal line back.
What, you think we'll keep him over Snow?
Nah, I'm messing.
You think they're both gone, maybe? Because then that would leave us with 3. Or I guess, I don't know what we're going to do with Edmonds, but.
Yeah, because I feel like Edmonds, he's definitely more in
Harris,
that fullback
Ballage,
range.
McFarland.
Yeah, I feel like Edmonds is competing with Watt right now for that fullback spot, But you could still with Jalen. I don't know. You keep it 4. Because Kalen and Anthony McFarland,
they like throwing Samuels out there in the worst times and inopportune times. Hey, it's 3rd and short. Let's throw Samuels out there.
They definitely do. Because to me, I'm like, they'll have 3 on active. I just don't know if they'll have another guy on practice squad. And if they do, could you have either Benny Snell?
Do they have any restrictions on that this year?
From my understanding, good check. I'm not sure about that.
Because what is it usually, 2 years?
Yeah, it used to be 2 years, but since then they've expanded it and everything. Now I know last year they had expanded and they took the limitations on it, but it was almost two separate practice squad rosters because now the practice squad is up to 16 players now.
If I can't find it right off the bat.
Yeah. But for mine, it shouldn't. If I remember correctly, it shouldn't be a restriction now. I want to say they dropped that.
Yeah, they did in 2020, right? Because of COVID. NFL to carry over flexible roster rules for 2021.
Okay, yeah, I was going to say I thought they were still carrying it over.
So yeah, this is on ESPN. It's saying expansion of practice squads of 16 players, including up to 6 who have been. Okay, yeah, so up to 6 who have been more than 2 accrued seasons.
Yeah, so then Benny Snell or Jalen Samuels, whichever one you feel like you could store on your practice squad, I think you would do that with them. But the 3 that I think come out the gate, obviously Najee, but then I think it'd be McFarland and Ballage. I think those probably be the 3 on the active.
Okay.
Yeah, and then just depending on personal preference, which one you like more, which one you feel more confident about between Benny Snell and Jalen Samuel. Because they do, like you said, they continue to put Jalen out there in important, critical situations. They just like his game.
It doesn't work though, typically.
But I know, but they like it a lot though.
Let's throw a pass with Jalen Samuels when we're backed up in our zone against the Ravens.
Yeah, bro. Like how many times have we
it's third and short.
I don't know, bro. I do not know.
let's run it with Samuels instead of like Benny Snell or James Conner.
All right. So my thing is, I'm like, if they like him like that in those situations, maybe they keep him on practice squad and let Benny just kind of be out there. Like, I don't know, but yeah, they definitely have seen, like, Samuel definitely has like a soft spot. Like, they have a soft spot in their heart for him. I don't know what the connection is, but yeah. All right.
I'd assume Benny would get picked up by someone as a depth guy.
Yeah, I think he would. With the practice squad rules being what they are, if he's available, it would make sense for any other team to take him. The reason it doesn't make sense for us is because we already have 3 guys on active, and now we're saying, okay, who do you want as your development practice squad guy? You, as a coach, you might say Jalen Samuel because he'll give you a little bit more versatility with the looks in practice. Compared to Benny, we know he's more of your downhill thumper.
It's just with both those guys, though. At this stage in their career, we're not thinking development.
Right. They kind of are who they are. Yeah.
Maybe Snell, maybe, but not too much. That's why I think he'd be itching to get on another team for sure. Yeah. Because he went last year, week 1, we thought he was going to be our RB1. And you see flashes of that. And he's actually played for his first 2 seasons, what his expectations were coming in after being drafted. We didn't think he was going to get much time.
The biggest reason that Benny is in this situation was ball security.
Yep.
It's hard to trust a guy if you got ball security issues.
Came off a really good game. I think
even
it was
that
2019.
Giants game, he had ball security. I'm thinking about the Giants game. That's what was the sour taste in our mouth. Like, well, you balled out. But if it wasn't for Juju, that could have got dicey. Then we saw it happen again. He was just like, okay. And we knew the year before, like, he's put the ball on the ground now.
Yeah, and it always sucked because he came off that really good game against the Bengals. And then the next one, I don't know if the Browns were the next one or not, and he might have sat out or he didn't get as much time, but then we gave him an opportunity in the Cardinals game, and he fumbled it like in his first carry.
Yeah.
So that kind of sucked.
Absolutely, man.
Because you could see flashes from him. You definitely could. Even last year, there's a couple games.
I agree. Ball security, though, man. Got to hold on to that ball and continue to be available, man.
Yeah.
Shoot, shout out to him for that, though, man. Then after that, we have Darius Mayo. Darius says, what's up, guys? Well, what's good? How are you, man? He says, how do you feel about Mark Gilbert going into this game tomorrow? How much you think he is going to get a roster spot by week 1? Or, yeah, I guess he's saying, like, what do we think in terms of percentage of him getting a roster spot week 1? And in terms of Mark Gilbert going into tomorrow's game, I'm excited to see him in tomorrow's game. He obviously has been playing well throughout the preseason. He's been practicing well. We know that the cornerback room, even though it's crowded, is not necessarily solidified. So if he continues to be productive, he continues to make plays, he will continue to have his name in those conversations for whether it's third, fourth corner or however they want to do that. I don't know. I don't think we've seen him.
Slot corner even maybe.
But I say, like, that's another alternative. So for him, man, big time opportunity tomorrow night. And I do think we will continue to see him play well. Now, in terms of his roster spot, special teams. He needs to go ahead and get a tackle, or if he's at gunner, force a couple of fair catches. That's the difference between him and guys like James Pierre and Justin Lane right now. Even though Justin Lane, we talk about him as a corner struggling at times, he doesn't struggle as a gunner. He plays really well as a gunner. He flies downfield. That athletic ability really stands out. And as a coach, when you're not talking about your starters, when you're talking about depth guys, your third, fourth at a position, special teams productivity is what separates you. And Justin Lane, he has been productive with that right now, especially this preseason. So for Mark, that's going to be something that we should all be watching for with him, man, in terms of just, can he get a tackle out there, force a fair catch, do something productive on special teams, man.
Yeah, here's the cornerbacks. Joe Hayden, Justin Lane, Cam Sutton, James Pierre. That's not even the slot corners. Then you add Antoine Brooks, Arthur Millette. Now you're looking at Mark Gilbert, Lafayette Pitts, Shakur Brown. I haven't even seen Shakur Brown.
I haven't even either. And that still doesn't even count if they move Trey Norwood down there to the corner spot.
Yeah.
Because we've obviously been talking about him potentially moving back down in that area.
I like Gilbert. No matter what, worst case scenario, he should be on practice squad. I wouldn't mind seeing him make the roster, though. We'll see what he does in this game.
Absolutely, man.
I was excited when you were saying that they were moving him to slot corner, and what was he, the second or third guy out there?
Yeah.
I was kind of excited about that because I like what he brings to the table. In terms of making the roster, you're right, where it's a bunch of unproven guys, but I think he's kind of going uphill with this right now, with especially Pierre, and you add Cam Sutton. He's going to be on the field, no matter if it's outside or inside. And then fourth guy, Justin Lane, if he starts emerging, like you're going to want to keep him.
True.
And then that's not even the slot corners that are, Antoine Brooks, Arthur Millette too.
Yeah.
I hope he makes the roster. But worst case, practice squad. I don't think we should cut him.
Now, this is a good question right here. This is from Mike Matazik. I think that's how you say his last name. He says, hey, Deke and Moats, who is the one player you want to make the 53-man roster, but probably won't make it?
I might have answered that with Mark Gilbert.
Yeah. Oh, you don't think he's going to make it? Ooh.
Not the 53. I think he'll make practice squad, though.
You wanted to make it, but you don't think he'll make it. Oh, man.
Bussy's not a bad one either.
Oh, Rico, yeah.
I don't think he's going to make it, but...
Now, because he said 53, not practice squad, 53.
Yeah, we should have him stick around. Then maybe one of those outside linebackers, Quincy Roche or Jameer Jones.
Nah, because I'm kind of indifferent with either one of those guys.
Making the roster?
Yeah.
Just because we already got the top 3.
Right. I can see that being 50-50 either way. But one guy that he says that I want to make it, that's the difference. So he said a player that we want to make it, but we don't think will make it. All right. Well, you know what? I've been biased this whole training camp. I will continue with my biasness. Jordan Berry. I want him because that's my friend. I don't think it's going to happen, though. Because Presley Harvin is that dude. So, yeah, there we have it. PH3 for the win.
Yeah. Yeah, that's the one. That's the one competition I didn't mention. Yep.
Yeah. It's like, I'm not going to be upset about Presley winning. In fact, I'm going to be happy that he win. But because, like I said, Barry's my guy. So, yeah, there we have it.
Yeah.
All right. Then we have It's Just a Riddle. Shout out to you, It's Just a Riddle. He says, they say, hey, Moats, I started coaching ages 9 through 11. My son starts safety game 1 this week. Any tips you can give us? Great channel, Steelers Nation for life. Okay. Shout out to that, man. 9 through 11. You probably tackle by now. Yeah. I guess as a safety, biggest tip I'll just say, man, whenever you're about to trigger, right, going downhill for run support, just find the angle with your eyes first. Because once you find it with your eyes, now you can go with your feet and you will be right a lot more often that way. If you run first before you find that right angle with your eyes, now you're going to put yourself in some sticky situations where you're either overshooting it, you're too far behind, or you get in that no man's land like we saw Trey Norwood, right? Versus the Quez Watkins when he took off through the alley. Those are the things that, as a safety, man, that I would just say for your 9 through 11, that age group, just see it with your eyes, man. Find the angle with your eyes. Then after that, go out there and have a little fun, man. But you got to have fun. Celebrate, but don't taunt. There we go. Fine line. And no ABs. Don't punch anybody. Yeah, I think there's all the disclaimers I had to throw out there. Did I leave anything out?
I don't know if you had to, but just in case, right?
Celebrate on the logo after you do something good. Just don't put it on TikTok. All right. Is that everything?
I wonder if high school. There's got to be one high school team. There's one player on one high school team that does that.
Oh, for a fact. But
I'd love to see it.
9 through 11. This is rec age group right here, man. Yeah.
There's got to be a high school kid out there that's
doing it, bro. Somebody's definitely doing it.
You know, oh my God.
Somebody for a fact is doing it, man.
Against your rival or something.
Yes.
You don't even, at that point, you don't even care about the consequences. I mean, that thing could probably go viral. So that's what you're thinking about.
Absolutely, man. Absolutely. All right. But ultimately, and it's just a riddle. Let us know how the team does and how your little man does as well, man. We're definitely interested to hear, the follow-up from that since he has his first game this week right there. All right. Then after that, we got Elijah Barnett. Okay. Shout out to Elijah Barnett. He says, will this defense be considered a bust if we don't pass our sack total from last year or lead the league for a 5th straight year? Hashtag 17-0 loading. Yeah, we got out the quarterback.
I just want us to win. I don't care about the stats necessarily because we could have some amazing pressures that lead to faulty plays on the offense, whether it's incomplete passes. Mm-hmm. I just want us to win. If it passes the eye test, that's fine with me.
We know we're going to win. We're going 17-0. But you wouldn't be saying that if this was Ben. We know winning is guaranteed. Ben, we want performances. We want statistics. We want the eyeball. We want all that.
Yeah,
So for this defense,
I want wins and eyeball.
But we want statistics
Ben and
too.
the stats.
Come on, we want the stats too. You know
at the end of the day, no. For my ego, sure,
yeah,
but
so this,
not at the end of the day.
We're not talking. We're talking ego. We don't care about the end. We're talking ego. Yes, we want stats, man. Yes, you do.
Not at the end of the day. I'm telling you, every time I come in here, did we win the game? Did we win the game? That's what it really comes down to.
But when it comes to Ben, we want stats as well. We do want stats. You even brought up stats in the Cleveland game. The Cleveland game where we lost. First time we ever gave up 48 points, right? Come on, man.
The only time I bring him up is just to show you he could still play in the NFL.
But you need those stats are important. That's
I would have rather him throw for 150 yards and throw 2 picks and we win.
Man.
I would.
No, man, I ain't going that route. Yes, man, we want our team to ball out. Yes, we want them to continue our streak of leading the league in sacks. I don't know what Deke's talking about over here. Yes, yes, and yes. I want you to win and look good while winning. Yes.
They should be able to do it. If Highsmith lives up to the expectations, I don't see why we couldn't. Bringing in Ingram now, too. It's not like, I know Hayward's getting up there in age a little bit, but he's not taking this huge drop-off and stuff onto it. He's in his prime.
Oh, yeah. I'm just still worried that Tua is going to have a slower start, though. Just because of, like, how everything's played off. That's my only concern with him right now. In terms of, like, how dominant we feel him, I don't know if we'll feel it in that first half. I think, barring injury, by the end of the season, he'll be cooking then. But I do anticipate him having a little bit of a slow start.
Edge rushers are good enough, though. Maybe we can make up for it. Tyson's there, too. We'll see. Yeah. I don't care about the stats. I told you that. I just want to win. And if the defense is good, they're just good. The stats will come. That's fine.
Yeah. Donald Copeland, he says, we just need that good old 2005 Ben Roethlisberger. Give us that and we good. So, yeah. That led us to the Super Bowl. Absolutely. I'm with it, man. I'm with it. All right. Oh, Black and Morty, he just spent the block. He's back in the chat with us. He says, back from meeting. Cranberry Township uses 724 and 412, he says. He says, I just used 724.
Really?
He says, I just used 724 to show where I'm at, but my main phone is still 702 for Vegas. Okay.
Yeah, Vegas is 702.
Yeah, so he's the Vegas cat, but he was using the Cranberry Township 724. All right. Shout out to that. All right. Hope the meeting went well as well, baby. Yeah. And some people are saying that you're fibbing. You're capping in terms of your lack of desire for Ben Roethlisberger stats. Just throwing that out there.
It's cool. It'd be cool. I care about the winning. I really do.
Enough, man. I'm with it.
And that's how I felt last year. Even though his numbers at points throughout the season weren't as gaudy. Because remember, Russell Wilson, like Mahomes, they were putting up some gaudy numbers. I truly felt like Ben was a huge difference maker.
You had the whole campaign going, though.
I know. That's what I was saying. MVP. But I was watching the game week in and week out, and I saw Ben's impact. It wasn't through the stats. It was him controlling the offense. And I thought it was really impressive. And
quick question. Did you watch
his stats were good enough, too, though.
Like, the way obviously you said you watch Ben every game and you follow his storyline and stuff like that. Did you watch Russ the same way and Mahomes to the same extent?
I watched him enough. A few games here and there, but what I'm saying is the stats were close enough where it's like Ben should be in this MVP conversation.
Fair enough.
And they would have some bad, like Russell Wilson. All of a sudden, the one game he threw like 3 picks or something like that.
Yeah, was that Buffalo?
Like
I know Buffalo got.
I'm telling you,
that. Yeah.
Once we hit up to like week 9 or 10, like I thought it was really legit. Like Ben was in that top 3. He just had a bad Bills game and bad Bengals game where he kind of lost it there. Yeah, that was it. But like I thought his whole season. And the difference he made from last year to this year. We were talking about our receivers and how shitty they were. All of a sudden, Ben comes in. Offense is looking pretty damn good, and we're 11-0. Like, that's not a coincidence to me. That's what I was talking about with MVP.
Okay. All right. I can respect it.
That was my point.
I can respect it. All right. Let's see what we got next, man. Shout out to Matt Makers as well, man. Just contributed to the vibe here. Oh, no. We just jumped in the thing. All right. Wait a minute. Here we go. Boom, now we back. All right, Lonnie Rowe. Shout out to you, Lonnie Rowe. He says, Moats and Deke, you both pad up tomorrow. Oh, whoa, hey now. All right, Moats and Deke, you both pad up tomorrow for Steelers practice. Backs on backers drill. You get to pick your opponent. If you win, you get a roster spot. Who you choosing to go head up with? Now, for the backs on backers, are you saying that we're on the blocking end of the backs on backers, or are we the actual like LBs? We get to rush the passer. That's a good question right there. So if we were going to be rushing the passer, who we want to go against? And then if we were going to be on offense having to block one of these guys, who would we go against?
Do we have to go off the position?
What you mean? For backs on backers, yeah.
What
that's
I mean
was
is
thinking.
like we have to go up against a
inside
running back.
outside linebacker, and then when we're on offense, yeah. So we're either going to
I was
get
going
running
to say,
back.
can we just name anyone on the roster? It'd be like Barry or something like that.
I
Or
figured you was
Boswell.
going to say Cassius Mars, right? That's your guy, right?
Well, I guess that has to be the case, huh?
And literally, Mike just typed that in before we got it out there.
Yeah, I guess
picks Marsh.
It's got to be Marsh.
That is your guy right
and
now, man.
Who's blocking me?
Oh,
McFarland.
Oh, you want McFarland?
Who else?
Dang,
I think
you just tried McFarland like
who
that.
else?
You didn't even hesitate.
That'd be my best chance.
Oh my gosh, you didn't even think about it.
He's the smallest guy.
He say, "Yo, McFarland, your lunch meat, give it to me." God dang, you ain't even pause for a second, man.
I think those are my two opponents.
Sheesh.
Yeah. If Dree Archer was on the team, I'd pick him.
You are taking shots. I like it. We'll load it up there. Let's keep it going here, man. The Deke versus Cassius Marsh, man. That's the one I need to see. Oh man,
we need to have him on, I think.
I know how it would end, but I just need to see it. Oh man.
Who you got? You gotta call out your guys.
Let's see. Oh man. Me and backs on back, yeah. We can pick any of them. I'll go easy route, I guess. No, I don't want to say
Najee.
Yeah, I don't care about that. For a fact, we're talking backs on backers. This is like if you're asking a wide receiver, you asking AB, hey, you worried about one-on-one routes? Like, nah, right? The design, that drill is set up for the linebackers to win. I know that. It's one of my favorite drills. Like one-on-one pass rush. I love one-on-one pass rush. Now, if you want to take us and say, hey, we got to cover Najee, nah, I ain't even about to lie here like that. No, I'm good. But me on the running back, yeah, I ain't worried about any of them dudes. So for me, I'll go with Derek Watt.
Oh.
I'll go with Derek Watt. You know why I'm going to go with Derek Watt? Because I knew TJ first. And I wanted to make sure that Derek and JJ know that TJ is my favorite Watt brother. Okay, and after I beat Derek, I'm going to look over to Kevin Colbert. I'm going to look over to Art Rooney. I'm going to look over to Mike Tomlin. And I'm going to say, pay that man TJ 30, because if I can do this, you know he worth 30 plus. Straight like that. So that's how I'm going to take that approach from my man Derek right there. And then who would I want to block? Oh, God. This is going to get gory.
Are we facing off against the same opponent?
No, I ain't even about to lie like that. I don't want none of Cash. I don't want none of the outside linebackers. The guy that I want, I'm going to go with Robert Spillane. Because we saw the clip from the Eagles game where he did not see the running back coming and, he got popped. I'm going to just go with that. Maybe I can catch him again. That's what I'm going to go with. But hey, man, me trying to block them dudes.
The inside linebackers take part in the backs on backers.
Yeah.
Okay.
Inside and outside versus, and then for the, on offense, you got running backs, fullbacks, and tight ends. So you got like, some people would say, oh, go against Zach Gentry, right? But in drills like that, be careful because he got long arms.
Yeah.
Sometimes just the distance, it makes it a little bit weird just because like you don't have like the full gamut out here. But yeah, you get you one of them backs.
Oh, so Ebron's not a bad call then.
Oh no, you would, the only reason I wouldn't say for you against Ebron. So
McFarland was a good choice, you thought?
Actually, I liked McFarland. I probably would have went with Samuels though.
For me,
yeah, because I don't think Samuels is as eager to like pop you like that. Okay. Whereas McFarland, even though he's small, he gonna get to you. He gonna trigger on you. Now you might recover out that, but he's going to trigger. But with some of the with Ebron, he'll be all right in that drill because he's long in terms of his arms, so he'll be able to run you by. Because you ain't gonna be as skilled and stuff like that, and it's not gonna really have him having to be like super physical. But yeah, Cassius Marsh, that's the one I want to see you with, man.
Yeah, I know. That's
what we gotta get. Man, we gotta get that one going, man. We gotta get that one going. But yeah, I'm scared to block any of these dudes. I feel like I'm gonna get work blocking them. But if I gotta go off of recency, at least I know one guy. Maybe the left, he can't see all the way, so I'm gonna make sure I'm lined up and he rushing on that side, so I could try to sneak him as well.
I wouldn't mind seeing Moats versus Ebron.
Yeah, I ain't tripping on that.
I think that'd be a good one.
Nah, it ain't gonna be a good one. I mean, good for me. I'll probably be good for me. Great content. I promise you that. Yeah. And down the court, but no, it's not an issue of making running back sound soft. But this is the thing, man. When you're talking about like their position, like that's the rough part for them in their job.
That's the extra,
right? That's when you talk about mentality. You got to hype a guy. That's that drill for them. That's how we feel when we have to do coverage drills, and when you hear us do the 6 technique blocking drill where they can go right, left, or straight, and you're in the middle of the field with nobody to help you. You have to be exceptional to win those drills, and it's still hard. So like That's why when you talk about backs on backers, I'm like, no, we should have great confidence because the drill is designed for us to win it. Yeah, it is. Phew, Cassius, man. So
this will be good.
When you
content.
go against Cassius, you're also going to be giving him the leg up because that drill is designed for him. So you really
I'll get smoked.
Oh my God.
I'll get smoked. Could go viral though. I guess that'd be worth it.
I think you could get him, bro.
No,
just a little bit.
I know my limitations,
bro. But you Brad Pitt, bro. Like you that guy.
I don't think that's good for blocking.
Yeah, he's a tough guy. It looks good. You pass the eyeball test. You gonna make him scared, bro. You just show up out there, taco meat.
I'm
flurry.
not there.
Yeah.
I'm not there right now. I told you I'm obese.
But the taco meat is out though.
Okay.
Taco meat, when you go taco meat, mustache, and mullet in the back, think of like Nacho Libre. Like that's the like it's just different. I don't even know how to explain it, but that's somebody you don't want to mess with, man.
He's probably thinking this guy's just crazy.
Yeah,
I don't want to mess with him.
He has zero to lose.
Yeah.
Zero to lose. Yeah.
I say that about my one friend. Like he's probably the skinniest out of all of us. But growing up, like he's the one guy I wouldn't want to fight out of our friend group.
Seriously, yeah.
Like I don't know. Like when he gets in a mood about something, whether it was video games, like even golf, like he goes the extra level in terms of how he reacts.
Gotcha.
Like
he's a one upper. Like we talk about, hey, take the next level. All right.
He's just the one guy you wouldn't want to fight, in my opinion. And I think that holds true even to now. Like I said it in high school and college, it's still there. And he's actually probably skinnier. Like a bunch of us have gotten a little bit fatter and shit, but I still wouldn't want to fight him out of any one of our friend group.
Well, it's like that sometimes, man.
But you're saying I can maybe bring that energy on the football field?
I feel like you can, man. Yeah, Zan just called it the Stash versus the Marsh. That's what we're gonna title that thing. We'll throw it on Triller. We'll have Snoop Dogg. I'll make sure I go research extra heavy on my Mars and other planets before I go up there. And I'll call the fight with Snoop. It'll be dope, man. We might even get, De La Hoya with the nose.
Wait, so it's a fight now, or is it just backs on backers?
It's a backs on backers fight.
Okay.
You're going backs on backers first, but then we also know that y'all got to go out here and settle the blood for the sport as well, man. Because y'all guys, I feel like it's growing. It's more than just on field. Like y'all got like this is.
I'm rooting for him this week.
You are, but it's the way that it's created. We've gotten here very weirdly. You know what I mean? So I just feel like y'all got to squash it. That's how it has to happen, man. He's tattoo Marsh because he got the sleeves, so he'll have the tattoos. You'll have the stash. We got the headlines, bro. This would be beautiful. We'll all will be on Triller. So first off, we'll do the backs on backers. Y'all both get your reps. Then after that, we'll turn it into you want a box or you want MMA where you can kick and stuff.
Man.
You might have some submissions on you, bro. You might choke a guy out.
Probably
boxing. Okay,
yeah.
Stick behind your jab.
Yeah,
I could dig that, man. So there it is, baby. We're gonna make this happen. Let Marsh be on this 53. We gotta get him, man. I need him. Oh, I need him.
I don't want to fight though.
Get on this 53.
Just be real.
Get on this 53. We gotta make it happen.
I don't want to fight him at all. I don't want to fight anyone.
Look, get him on the 53. So then that way I get a chance. We can interact. We can talk, and then we're gonna set something. We got to set something up here, bro. We got to set something up.
We could do an interview.
Oh man. Ask it on the interview. Cassius.
I mean, you'd have to ask that then.
Cassius.
If he came on.
We're fans of you, but one person on the show is an extremely big fan of you, Cassius. And he's been interested in your athletic ability. And he wants to, put you on the line. See if he can get you. All right? I'll front the money. Okay? I got you. We good. I'll front the money, make it worthwhile for everybody involved. Okay? And after that, man, we're going to make this thing happen. So... And I don't even know how his voice sounds because, I don't even hear a lot of them. But either way, I'm sure he'll be game for it.
I don't know. He's the one that said the Patriots were a little too hard.
Oh, you're right. You're definitely right.
Never heard the podcast, though.
I didn't either. He should have said it on the Arthur Experience with Deke podcast.
If he comes on, we can ask him about it again.
Make the roster. We'll get him on.
If the team's going good, I don't want to bring that up. Because that might make headlines again.
But it might make him more motivated to go out there and kick butt. He's like, yo, if Deke thinks that he could get me, oh man, I'm below the line.
No, what I'm saying is we don't need to bring the Patriots topic up again.
True. I got you on that.
There's no reason
I got
for
you
that.
on that. I got you on that. But yeah, man, you good, bro. You can get him. Deke, you got that look in your eye, bro. Deke, you got that look. Like you done seen some things, Deke. You like when you go to sleep at night and he be like, yo, why you can't sleep? Bro, you don't know what I done seen in my life. I close these eyes, some movie playing. Body after body after body. That's how you live, Deke, man. Come on, baby. You going to a city, you leaving in ruins, man, but the crowd is always cheering for you, man. You're a rock star.
Maybe I could face him off in Madden. That might be the most realistic thing we could do here.
Best bet. Oh man!
I'll create a player in Madden.
Yeah.
I'll go up against this guy.
There it is. Yeah, you got him.
I might.
Does he have a Madden card?
He does.
Is it good? Like not is it good, but like what's the ratings on it, relatively speaking?
Well, I don't know what he is in the actual game. On Ultimate Team, it's a silver card, which is in the 60s.
Oh, I was like, say silver, that's good. Second place. Oh, 60s. Yeah.
I might need to do a challenge maybe with him.
You could, bro.
Maybe I'll have to face like a Lions team with Sewell.
Does he do game? Oh, you throw Sewell in there, you wild.
That's what I mean. I'll use her with Marsh and try to get a sack with that'll be the challenge.
Oh God, that would be hard though. It's gonna be dope. It's a dope vid. Like that's what I mean. Like it's gonna be hard. Damn. Like it's a dope vid. Like yo,
I know. I only have.
You dropped the ball, bro.
I'd have to do it before the game.
Yeah, you got time though.
Yeah, I guess
you gotta
could.
That's the one because the people want to see it now, man. The people want to see it. Now, hey, look. AOD2K7. He says, why is Moats trying to give this guy comp? I'm not trying to give Deke comp. This is big Deke energy, baby. This is Taco Meat Deke. This is peak bravado. This is machismo. This is the gravatas that I always refer to, ladies and gentlemen. That is what this young man right here is. Don't let the chillin' moniker fool you, okay? Don't let this laid back guy, this smile acting like a so cool. No, my friend. This guy right here? Nah, I don't need to boost his confidence, baby. He got it. He walk around like that. He just levitates. I'm just here in his presence. He's the man, all right? He's the man. I like you, bro. You'll get him.
I need to find a Lions team to go up against now.
You're going to get him. Freddie G, 187. Deke is a nightmare. Yes, it is. Donald Copeland, LOL. Marsh diss track coming next week. Uh-oh. Lord Lex, Eye of the Tiger for Deke. That's your intro song. Absolutely. Yep. And then Mike Lane, he says, Moats setting Deke up for the kill. Oh, man. But he says, can't win on Madden either. Oh, whoa. Come on, Mike, man. Don't come in Deke's Madden skills like that. Dang, man, why they coming at you like that, man?
I'm above average in Madden. I am. I'm above average, I'd say.
You can't be above. Bro, I feel like you're great because I always see you on it. Like, I just feel like perception and reality.
No, well, here's the problem. I used the Steelers team.
Yeah.
Which, when you compare it to these God squads on Ultimate Team, like, there's a difference. Okay. There's a difference. Like, they're not only using the best players for their certain positions, like speed, height. There's all this type of stuff you got to factor in. Yeah. But there's a difference in just flat-out ratings. I was telling you last year, Terrell Edmonds, I was at the best point that you could have the Steelers team with high 90s, positions across the board, a lot of 99s. I still had Terrell Edmonds starting at a 92. And I'm facing teams with 99 overalls.
Got you.
But not only are they 99 overalls, they have the best dudes at 99 overalls for their positions based off the height, speed, tendencies, this and that. Like, these are the teams I'm going up against. But I'd say I win at least 50, 60% of the time. So that's what I'm saying. I think I'm above average.
Fair enough.
Considering all that.
I like it then.
That's all.
I feel like you're the best.
I'm not that amazing though.
I tell everybody you're the GOAT.
I need to play more. Like, I need to play more, but I'm all right.
Well, look, once we set up this, now it's like a 3-way competition. So first,
the Olympics. This is basically Olympics.
Basically,
now.
It's like a triathlon, right?
Yeah.
First, y'all are gonna have the back on backers. Then after that, y'all go in there and scuffle for a little bit, little fisticuffs, and then from there you'll go to Madden. So you got a chance to go 3-0 against Cassius Marsh.
I only need 2-1 though. So one of those could be an X factor.
Deke in 2? That what we doing?
Yeah.
Deke in 2. Y'all know how we doing it, man. Let's get it. Let's get it. Yo, that is crazy. We got potential here, man. We got serious potential. All right. Next though, we got Matt Makers. He says, I agree with Deke. If TJ Watt wanted 25 to 28 million, then it would be one thing. I wouldn't pay him more than that. If he wants more, we should trade for 2 first-round picks. In terms of TJ Watt's contract situation, we know the magic number tends to be that 30 per year average. We know the 100+ million in guarantees what he wants, but the 30 mil average is also a part where we've kind of seen a little bit of a sticking point.
If Bosa was on the trade market right now, what would he get in return?
Bosa?
Yeah. Or even Myles Garrett. Considering their contracts and everything. 2 first?
I'm either 2 or 3. Because I feel like if it's when Deshaun Watson was first talked about on the trade market, they were saying 4 first-round picks. And that was a young franchise top 5 in the moment quarterback. He was worth 4 first-round picks. Like we said, with Miles, TJ, and Bosa, all those guys we feel like are great, but we don't.
Khalil Mack was 2, right?
But we don't value them over legitimate franchise quarterbacks. So if the magic number for Deshaun was 4, 2, 3 at best. 3 is like if you get a team that's absolutely desperate because of the contracts. Now with TJ it's different because he doesn't have that big contract. So if you're trading TJ before you sign him to that deal, I want 3 picks. But if you're talking about like with Miles and Joey, they already have their deals. So you're going to have to take that with it. I would just go 2 first-round picks then.
The reason I bring that up is I don't want to trade. There's no way I'd want to trade TJ coming into this season right now for 2 first-round picks that we're not going to use this season.
Yeah.
I want TJ Watt out there in 2021.
Yes. Like by any
so you get the deal done. Now, that's why I brought up Bosa and Garrett.
Yeah.
Maybe reevaluate. Could
Absolutely.
you trade TJ on that $30 million contract in the offseason and get 2 first-round picks? I kind of get what he's saying there.
If you do that route, you definitely
because I don't want to miss out on TJ this season. But it's
like best of both worlds. Then
my concerns are more long-term with TJ and his contract. Yeah. So maybe that's the play.
It could.
I don't want to do that because I like TJ. I'm just saying, like logistically for the franchise long-term.
I think it could work, but the problem is if you don't find a suitor that's willing to take on the contract and give you 2 first-round picks, now you're kind of stuck. That's the only issue. If you do it on the front end, like how we just said right there, that's the only issue I can see. But yeah, I mean, you got some. We're gonna see, man. We know that's the sticking point, though. The 30. That's gonna be interesting to see just how that continues to play out because, as we said, the clock is continuing to tick, and is not necessarily in the sense of it's ticking, but he has all season to get a deal done. The Steelers have that self-imposed deadline of. Once the season starts, they don't negotiate anymore. They stop it. It's a hard stop. So if TJ hasn't been motivated enough to play under the current situation financially right now, if they can't get that ironed out, what does that lead to? Yeah. So as it continues,
and we talked about there's no reason for him not to play well.
Right.
So
everything makes sense for him to play well.
He just might be pissed off.
Yeah. Nothing wrong with pissed off, TJ. I ain't against that. And business-wise, it makes sense. If you're the Steelers, you don't have to pay him right now because he's already under contract. So even if he were to try the route of I'm going to play hardball and not show up, he can't do what L. Bell did. L. Bell was able to stay home because he never signed the franchise tag.
He could do it next season.
Right. TJ would have to wait until next season. Right now, if TJ stops showing up, he getting fined $30K per day. And then if they want to go conduct detrimental, we already said those can be 6-figure fines daily. You're not trying to do that. No. Even as a first rounder, his money, he's part of the new CBA. He didn't break the bank on that first. And obviously he got his money. We're not saying that, but it wasn't the 60+ million like you typically get as a first rounder before everything changed over. So the Steelers, they have all of the leverage. They control this situation right here. And when you have Melvin Ingram along with Alex Highsmith playing how they're playing in training camp. Now, granted, I still wouldn't feel confident with those 2 guys and no TJ Watt. But if you're the Steelers, if you wanted to really play hardball, you already have guys that can get it done. Now, they can't do what TJ can do to that level, but they can still get it done. You won't feel like it's the end of the world for our defense. So, yeah, if you're the Steelers, man, hey, slow play it. Hey, see who's going to blink first. But you still have that in your pocket. So,
yeah.
Yep. So shout out to that, man. That was a good one, though. Right,
it was
there,
a good
man.
scenario to bring up. That's what got me thinking. All right, 2 first rounders. I don't want to do that this season because I want TJ Watt out there this season. If we're all in, we're trying to win a Super Bowl, we really need TJ. But after that, I don't think it's out of question to say like, hey, how valuable is TJ going to be for the Steelers long term on this contract? Like he's still going to be good, but at $30 million.
You know what I low key want to do now?
What's up?
I low key want to put a poll up.
Okay.
Would you trade him after the season? Would you? Because I don't even know how I don't know how we play it though, right?
Because how much of the $30 million probably he'd be getting this year, we're gonna allocate to future seasons on like cap hits and stuff.
It's too layered. It is layered.
But I'm sure a team would trade at least a first round pick. And maybe like a second or third.
Even if he has the deal,
bad contract. Because I'm just thinking, Myles Garrett, Joey Bosa.
Absolutely.
There'd be a ton of teams lining up to trade for them right now with their contracts.
For a fact, they would.
And if TJ does really good this season, I don't think there's any hesitancy that teams would have because of that contract. The only thing would be maybe less compensation coming back.
Okay, so let's see. How can we word this then? because the people want to know. You know, Trina's still Diva 5. She is our resident person. When she asked me for a poll,
would you sign TJ then trade him?
I give her the poll.
Season?
That's what we'll ask then. Trina's still Diva. You asked for the poll. It is coming. Here we go. All right. So, would you sign TJ Watt for $30 million per season?
And then trade him this offseason.
And then trade him next offseason, right? And then trade next off season. Question mark. Yes or no? Should I say trade him for 2 first-round picks? Should we put a number on it, or just say would you just trade him and leave it at that?
Trade him, because I think let's just go with the assumption it'd be worth our while. I guess.
All right. So here we go. The poll says, would you sign TJ Watt for $30 million per season and then trade him next offseason as your community? Well, here you go. Boom. All right. Man, I like when we do that, man. It makes me feel like I'm doing something productive. It feels like I'm like a part of it when I get to put a question up, because everybody's in the chat. And
what's your prediction?
You know,
I'm saying there's going to be more no's than yes. I'm saying it's going to be like 60, 40, 70, 30.
I'm leaning kind of with you, just because we know how people feel about TJ. And when we had these conversations before, even when we subjectively look at it from that perspective of 30 mil non-quarterback position, we can get more value this and that way. A lot of people always come back to the fact that it's TJ Watt, generational talent. You don't let those guys leave. You pay whatever it takes to get them. So I do feel like it is going to be more no, but I could make it. We can easily we just made a case for saying yes though, and it would make sense as well.
Yeah.
But I just think a lot of people are going to say no. And yeah, it's looking like, all right. So I'm going to try not to peek at this thing while it's still going. You know.
It's big
honor
time,
code, right? I'm trying to be honor code with this
thing.
I'm
seeing it. Yeah, it's big time the other way. It's actually more than I thought.
I was a little bit surprised, Definitely surprised.
Do you want to answer any super chats and then come back to this in a couple minutes?
Hold on. It was a name that I had just had before I typed up this chat, man. He was saying he was tuning in from Japan. It was our guy that I think we had shouted him out earlier, man. I just wanted to, so man, appreciate you still rocking with us right now, man, while you're in Japan. And then the Normsman 7, you remember the Normsman 7, our South African compadre.
Yeah.
He says, Deke's big energy, so strong it reaches South Africa. And
Damn.
we know that's 100%, man, because we talked about, man, you are felt everywhere. Everywhere, baby.
I guess the right time on South Africa, too.
Yeah. Oh, what time is it again there now?
Right now?
Uh-oh.
It's later. It's later in the night.
Uh-oh.
I'm going to say...
Because you were right on last time. You were on the money last time.
I'm going to say
8
p.m.
p.m.?
8:06.
Okay, 8:06 p.m. It's 2 o'clock right now, our time. So, let us know, the Normsman.
I'm just going to look it up.
Let us know, man. Are we right? Are we right?
I know it now. It's 6 hours. It's 6 hours. I know it now.
Bro, you didn't. I watched you. You didn't even cheat. I was watching.
No, I didn't.
I thought you were gonna cheat. I was watching you the whole time, and you did it right.
But now I know. It's gonna be a dumb game if I keep doing it. Now it's officially 6.
You're the man.
Yeah,
you're the man. We gotta keep these things going. Shout out to Dusty Demon though. He says, "Yes, sir. Live from Japan. How's it going, everyone?" That was the guy I was looking for. Dusty, shout out to you, man, over there in Japan. We should have you guess that time next, man. I like this game.
Japan.
There's like a whole little vibe, like, yo, how do you guess these? Like, I have zero, like.
Let me try for Japan.
Yeah, I know I'm gonna be way off, bro. And what part of Japan too, Dusty? Yeah.
I'm saying. Oh my god. I'm gonna say like 6 a.m.
6 a.m. in Japan. Okay, well, let us know, Desi. Let us know. You know what I should have asked too? You know how in America, right, we have different time zones, right? East Coast versus West Coast. In like South Africa and Japan, do they have different times like that? I've never
3 a.m. I was off. I was off a little bit.
Wow. 12-hour difference. Yeah, that's what he said. Jeez.
Yeah, I guess the Pacific Ocean's a little bit longer than the Atlantic. That must be what it is.
Hey, man. That's crazy, though. That's crazy. Man, 3 minutes.
I gave it my best guess. Because right now, what is it in Cali? Like 11 a.m.?
Yeah, because that's 3 hours behind us.
Man, 11 a.m. from Cali to Japan. That's a 11 a.m. to 3 a.m. That's a pretty big difference.
Definitely is.
Whereas, like, yeah, from here to UK, South Africa is only 6.
Pacific is a monster there, man.
It must be.
Shout out to the Pacific, bro. All right, so it's 3 minutes in, and this thing is still heavy on no trading of TJ Watt next offseason, even if he's going to be getting signed for that 30 mil. Now, We'll leave it up because we always like to give it a couple more minutes. But let me look and see what some of the people are saying in terms of the reasoning behind this trade or why they win it. So Timothy Roberts, he says, if we get 3 first-rounders for TJ Watt, then yes, he would trade him if he signed that $30 million deal. All right. Then we have... Oh, and Dusty, he did just check back in. He says he's in Misawa, North Japan, and it's 3 a.m. there.
Yeah.
Misawa, North Japan. I didn't even know that. See, that's good to know, man. Shout out, bro. We're gonna be well versed in like our areas of like the world, all from the show. It's crazy. Yeah, and we're gonna know all the time zones because of you. It's Steelers Pittsburgh says Deke failed geography. No, he did not. Deke knows his geography, man.
I was really good at geography.
Yeah, like.
I was good with states and like capitals and even like worldwide countries and capitals.
Like you got the vibe with that. I was pretty good, bro.
That was one of my favorites, actually.
You're kind of like my
history,
Indiana Jones, bro.
History and geography. I like those subjects.
You're Indiana Jones. You familiar with Indiana Jones, the archeologist?
Yeah.
Dr. Jones.
Which ones have I seen though? I've maybe only seen one or two. Those are George Lucas, right?
They all epic. Absolutely. George Lucas, Sean Connery was in it. Yeah,
they don't touch Star Wars though, in my opinion.
I just think a different family, man. It's totally different. Yeah. But that's who you are, man, because he was geography and archaeology and traveling and just man. And that's what you are, bro. Just man.
I remember the one I remember seeing is when he had to. No, I'm not even going to go through it. He had to go through like these booby traps and stuff, and he had to get something. I don't know if that's literally in everyone.
That was the all of them do have that, but that's probably the first one. The Raiders of the Lost Ark.
That might have been it.
Because you have to choose from the cup. He's like, you have chosen wisely. Yeah, and if you drink the wrong cup, you'll die. If you drink the right cup, then you'll win. Oh man, this is the drink.
I think that's the one I saw.
Yeah, it's the covenant. Yep. All right, that was good, man. But yeah, the chat. All right, so let's see. It's been 5 minutes. About 127, 130 people have voted. Whopping no. 80%, bro. 80% said no. That is wow. Now Zach 2C says, you think 2 first and a second for Watson? And a first. I don't understand. I thought he was asking about TJ right there, but I'm not sure about that one, man. I'll come back to that one. I'm not sure.
My thoughts on it are I think it's a pretty good thing to think about.
Mm-hmm.
It's not something that needs to be so definitive right now.
Yeah.
Because my main thing is I want TJ for this year.
Correct.
I think that should be maybe explored as a possibility then in the offseason.
Mm-hmm.
That's all.
Now, Frankie Mercadante simply just says you keep TJ Watt because it is TJ Watt. And that's kind of like his whole mindset with it. And a lot of people have had that sentiment just because of how productive he was, the fact that we drafted him, no issues or anything like that. You just supposed to keep that guy here because you finally have drafted one of those generational talents. I could definitely understand that sentiment. I kind of fall into that realm as well. Now, what they were asking is they were saying TJ Watt in a mix of some type of trade for Deshaun Watson. That's what they're going at. But now, because that'll be a year from now. Now, if Ben were to retire, if he was just retiring, he wins Super Bowl MVP, regular season MVP. He comes on, he takes you on a camping trip. Y'all go out and spend about 2 weeks together somewhere, just living it up, right? He's teaching you how to throw that rock the way he threw it. You know, y'all sharing gold jacket stories, stuff like that, right? So he's completely out of the equation here,
In this hypothetical?
TJ still in it at 30 mil. How you playing that?
Rolling with Haskins.
Okay, all right. Fair enough then. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. I like keeping it in-house then, baby. Yes, indeed.
Yeah, and actually I think logistically that could work out. Like if you do pay the TJ $30 million, like Haskins is on what deal? I don't know. He's only on a 1-year deal right now, but how much are we bringing him back for? I'd rather take my shot with Haskins.
Fair enough.
Yeah, right. And I already told him too.
You definitely did say that, man.
I'm rolling with Haskins.
I like it then. There we go.
That's where my loyalty is if Ben retires.
Yeah. All right. Next up, we got Carlito Kinney. Carlito Kinney says, dang, I had 2-a-days practice. Hope I'm not late. Carlito, you're not late, baby. You're still on schedule. You got plenty of time. You good, but hope practice went well, man. Yeah. Did y'all do backs on backers? And do y'all have anybody that can take on Deke? Because Deke is ready for action. Deke, you need a warm-up game before you get to cash. How you want to do that? Like, you need a preseason matchup. Maybe that could be your preseason. Or I know that we've done. You should have showed it to the women's camp we did, man. I already got you out there doing some of your fundamentals, hand placement, just the basics, just to make sure you was good for your Cassius, showdown that's coming up. Hey, man.
Dude, I was more of a street player growing up.
That's
like football.
So you know,
out at recess,
Okay.
out on the playground and stuff. That's how I was playing. Even some parking. I remember in college we played some football in parking lots. I was throwing some dots.
Toughness, grit, leader.
Yeah, you had to like sling them around like trucks and shit, and it was tough.
He don't care about that. He says, "Man, I don't care about adversity, man. I make it happen." Some people, you know, they see the adversity and they stop. Others, they just find a way to go around it, man. That's what you do, baby. Adapt and evolve. Shout out. All right, next up, we got Rich Rasmussen. Shout out to you, Rich Rasmussen. He says, everyone needs to join us in the upper room, baby. It is seriously the cost of a cheeseburger. One less cheeseburger a month. Come on. That is a fair assessment. It is actually shorter than a cheeseburger.
Even maybe Starbucks coffee. Yeah. Those are like at $5 now these days.
I mean, I was just doing a tropical smoothie Thursday giveaway. It was $5. You could get a legit large smoothie for less than $5. Like, bro, it's all you need.
You could get amazing football knowledge throughout the whole month. Like it's not even just like, one piece of content.
Come on, baby.
It's multiple pieces of content throughout the whole month, baby. And then you're back for more the next month.
And then see. It's too soon.
You got to think about well, I don't know how it is now with these businesses and companies with water cooler talks in the office, because I don't know who's in the office, who's not. True, man. Worst case scenario, you're out with your boys at the bar. Mm-hmm. You want to come off as intelligent. You want to come off like you're knowing your stuff.
This is true.
Check out the upper room. You're already checking out our podcast. Right. So that's that. You're already ahead of the game right there. Yeah. But man, maybe you could bring up some points that no one knows.
It's a cheeseburger.
That only a former player might know.
And not just a cheeseburger. You know, when they set up these price things, because YouTube they are heavy-handed in their approach. You have to this. These numbers, they get kind of pricey. I said, no.
Did you go $4.99 or $5?
$4.99.
Oh, perfect.
I think they rounded up to $5, but I wanted to go the cheaper. They man with the cheap. If y'all gonna say we need to do this, the cheapest.
But you know the psychology behind all that, right?
I don't. I haven't even looked into it. I try not to.
If you do $4.99, people think it's $4.
But if you say $5, then it's like, oh, that's too much.
Yeah, I'm telling you.
That's
what
funny,
I mean.
man.
Think of whenever you go out to the like Giant Eagle or Target, any of these stores, you're seeing $9.99. You're not seeing $10.
Yeah, but you know,
$19.99.
Yeah. But that makes sense now.
Yeah.
Shout out to that right there, man. Shout out to that. All right. Oh, and DY. Oh, yeah, DY. Yeah, you actually were part of that. The Tropical Thursdays. Yes, May says Tropical Thursdays are lit. Yeah, I kind of hinted to that when we did the big 25K giveaway. I said I'm going to keep doing giveaways, weekly giveaways. We're going to do monthly bigger giveaways like we did with the 2 giveaway boxes. But yeah, Tropical Smoothie Thursdays is a legit thing. And we know part of the contest was you had to follow and subscribe on the YouTube channel and also on the IG. So some of that content, some of those giveaways more on the IG side. So yeah, man, definitely tune in on that. Yeah.
The alcoholic?
Well, I mean, it's Tropical Smoothie, so you can add alcohol if you want to.
That's what I mean. I always
it's easy to add that. Yeah, easy to add that.
But I see gas stations whenever they have slushies for like $1. Mm-hmm. It's like, damn, dude, you can get a real bang for your buck if you just grab one of these smoothies, go home and just pour some vodka.
That's it, bro.
That's all you need.
Now you have a daiquiri. Now you're on somebody's beach. That's what it feels like, bro.
Seriously, especially when those big ass ones at like 7-Eleven and Sheets.
Yeah.
They're $1. They're like $2.
Truth. That is the truth.
And you can just load that thing up with vodka. You're good.
Yeah, that's definitely true. Now, Oyster Crackers, I got you. You just joined. It popped up on me. I got you. All right. He got he was a little anxious. He thought I wasn't going to give him a shout out for joining the upper room. Baby, we don't miss an upper room shout out. We try our hardest to make sure we get all of them. But your time is coming. It's just not just yet. We got you. I promise. We got you. All right. But the next one I did want to talk about, though, man, was from our cat man, Dylan Goodson. Shout out to you, Dylan. We appreciate you as well. He says, who would you guys keep in a 5-player PPR keeper fantasy league? Chase Claypool or Deontay Johnson?
Oh, that's a good question, actually. PPR says point per reception.
Yeah.
Who would I keep? Does he have to make the decision before the season?
Yeah, that's a good question.
It'd be better to wait. It'd be better to wait.
I think Deontay's going to have the more opportunities early on. And, I mean, just depending on how long it takes Chase to
he's probably as well. Yeah. I know what he's doing. He's got to keep the guy before the draft.
Yeah.
So he could get one or the other still in the draft, assumedly.
I'm leaning go Deontay. I think you can get Chase. It's probably tough, but I just feel like Deontay's going to have those opportunities early on, man.
The PPR changes it Claypool might have more touchdowns. He's going to have
Deontay's
less receptions.
volume,
Maybe they'll have around the same receiving yards. Damn it. I like Deontay for the PPR.
That's my thing, yeah. Because
because it's a full point. Maybe if it was half, you go Claypool. Man, yeah, I go Deontay for PPR purposes.
Yeah, because we've seen it. Like, even when he struggles in terms of like catching the ball, Ben still is going to him because he creates separation. He creates it in a hurry. Whereas we know with Claypool, that's more he's going to build it up. And I just have this feeling that they're going to continue to use Chase as the reverse guy, the jet sweep guys we keep seeing. I'm just not a fan of it. But I feel like that's going to be holding them back a little bit as well.
No.
Okay.
You're seeing it too much in training camp?
I've seen it too much for me. Like, I don't see Deontay doing a lot of the jet sweeps or the bubble reverse. I don't see a lot of that. But Claypool has consistently been their guy. I'm just like, I don't like it. I don't like it. Yeah.
I don't care if it's Claypool or not. I just don't want to see those damn plays.
I don't either. But, yeah. It's going to happen. We know it's going to happen.
Damn it, man.
I wouldn't be surprised if when we get out here
Ben
week
needs
one,
to call this shit off.
Bro, it's going to be week one. I can see it now. The fourth play, it's going to be a jet sweep. Or some type of reverse or something. The first 15 plays is going to be, that's the guy who's firing right there. Just showed up on the telly too. But somewhere in those first 15 plays, man, we're going to get a reverse. It's going to happen, bro. The reverse, the jet sweep, one of them. And it's going to probably go for like 2 yards or a negative. And we're all going to be sitting here like, why? But we know it's going to happen, bro.
Man.
Yeah.
That hurts.
That does.
Let's hope Ben calls it off.
Hey, Ben has that ability now.
Yeah.
He definitely has that ability, man.
He cut Fink their cord in the Colts game.
Dadgummit, man, put him on first in the skillet, man. What? Dadgummit. Yeah.
That would have been hilarious if you just saw a shot of Ben going like this. Cut him out.
Silence.
I don't know how those rumors came about, but that's hilarious.
Yeah, that is funny, man.
What else we got?
All right, next up we got Daryl Murray. Shout out to you, Daryl Murray. He says, so how many consecutive games will we have sacks in this year? Now, what was it now? Because it's been going on for a couple. I thought the streak was still alive.
We still have it?
I thought we still did in terms of sacks in a game. Because it was going on for a couple of seasons now.
All right, let me see if I can find it.
Did it end or do we still get it?
It's end rolls on. So this was
I want to say it's been going on for a couple of
years. Steelers sack streak record rolls on even without TJ Watt. So this was the last game of the regular season versus the Browns.
Because Highsmith had the sack in that game.
So let's see. Okay, here it is. In Buffalo, with Tyson Alualu's sack of Bills quarterback Josh Allen, Pittsburgh broke the record of consecutive games with a sack, previously set by Tampa Bay at 69. Yeah. Nice. Steelers streak began in week 8 of 2016 season against the Ravens.
Yep.
So if it was 69 against the Bills, what is it? Probably at like 72 right now.
It looks like South Florida's still saying around 71.
73.
Yeah. 73. Okay. Yeah. So the streak. Hey, Destin versus the world. It's still alive. It's still got the streak going, man. Now the wildcard game. Now I don't know if because the streak was in the regular season though. It doesn't include postseason. Did
we get a sack in the postseason?
We did not get a sack in that wildcard game. I thought this was all regular season though.
It is, yeah.
Yeah, this is all regular season. That's why the streak technically didn't end in the postseason. And a lot of reasons why we say why they count streaks and why they count records more so for regular season and not postseason, just because everybody doesn't get a chance to participate in the postseason. We know it's a limited amount of teams.
So like your streak can continue on if you just don't make the postseason, whereas like you're knocking a team that does make it.
Right. So that's the whole purpose of that. But yeah, man, the streak is still alive, baby. It is still alive.
It does kind of suck you didn't get one. Like technically, but
true. But otherwise you're kind of like, well, hey, would you rather just not make the playoffs so you keep your streak alive?
It is a regular season streak, though.
That's definitely what it is, man.
Wow.
Yeah.
So we're at 73. So it'd be 90 if we got it in every game this year. Even to get to this point, it's pretty impressive.
Though, you said from 2016. Bro, that's back when I was playing in 2016.
Yeah.
Like, that's a long time ago. I feel like that was like 30 years ago. God,
yeah,
dog.
Week 8, 2016 against the Ravens.
Yeah.
The Bucs had it previously with 69. I wonder what team that was or what stretch of teams that was. Probably back with Sapp.
That lasts like 3 years. That's at least a 3-year span, bro.
Yeah, that's got to be back with Sapp and like John Lynch and Barber.
Because we're talking about ours right now. This is going on 6 years. No, excuse me.
Almost.
Yeah, 16, 17, 18,
2021,
19,
so
20,
5.
21. No, this is 6. Because
Okay.
we count the seasons
the
like that.
6th.
This is the 6th season. Yeah. That's interesting, man. That's interesting. All right.
I didn't even know about that.
Yeah, I knew the streak was still. I just didn't know if it was still active, and I wasn't sure
Because
about
of
that
the
last
playoffs.
one. Yeah, but no, dude, you're right, bro. I like that, man. Keep
So
the streak
are they
alive.
asking if we could keep? Yeah, just 1 sack a game.
Yeah, we definitely.
Come on.
Barring injury, we definitely should be able to do that.
We should.
We should. We just How did we not get a sack in that wild card game though? But
Bro, it was terrible. Like our defensive line was atrocious.
But
We were getting mauled. Like they had backups.
I'm just thinking though from 2016, like Baltimore Ravens in 2019, the end of the season where we had the Duck and Mason team, right? That was a similar approach. They gashed us, but we still got a sack in that game too.
Yeah, who got that?
That's what
one?
I'm saying.
Like,
TJ. How the heck we don't have that? Yeah,
probably was TJ. Man,
because think about like they were beasting us then. That was when they broke the rushing record for the season, not in that game. But they had a ton of success on us, and that was with RG3 at quarterback and everything. But we still got to sack that game.
It was rainy.
Yeah,
So maybe that played a
everything
part
say
in it.
like you wouldn't get a sack in a game like that. Yeah.
We were going for the playoff spot though. Still,
Man, we weren't going for that playoff spot, man.
if
knew
we would have
when
won,
we
the
lost.
Titans lost.
True, but we already knew, man. We talked about that going into that game, man. It won't that vibe for us, bro.
We were probably gonna get bounced
Yes.
in the first round.
Yes,
I was so defeated that season, dude.
I remember.
I was so defeated at the end of that season.
You got dark. It was times you got dark, bro.
The problem was that 7 or 8 games where we went like 7-1 or something.
It gave you hope.
Oh my
Gave you
god!
hope. It'll do it to you.
It just made things so much fun because we were beating good teams. The Rams were pretty good.
That's what they say. They say hope is the son of a gun. You know, it make you
Who
feel
else
good
was-
about it, and then it just take it from you.
See, the Colts I thought were frauds, but they were
Yeah.
technically a halfway decent team at the time. They actually
Right.
should have been better if Vinatieri made more of his field goals.
They
that
would
season.
remember he
Yeah.
miss one in our game too.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
It was the game.
That was
winner.
how they went. That's how we won. Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely.
Yeah, Rams were decent. I can't say
Yeah.
the Dolphins were that good, although they came on strong second half of the year because
Who
they
was- who
started
was that
off like
quarterback for them?
0-6 or 0-7.
Who was that quarterback they had?
Fitzpatrick.
Oh yeah, I like that guy.
There was stuff that came out about him, I think this offseason, last couple months, where he was like completely shocked they went with Tua last year.
I bet because you saw he played.
Yeah, they were talking. I think he was mentioning, I don't think he mentioned this, but he gets to see him every day in practice.
Yeah,
And that's probably why he was shocked. He was like, I don't think he knows this offense yet.
right.
Or he's ready, just
But-
technically ready.
But from experience, teams do that. Even when you're watching the guy in practice and you're like, I know this guy doesn't know what he's doing right now. Better athlete or younger player, sure. If you talk about Tua compared to Fitzpatrick, younger, more talented, sure. But what he just said though, if you're fortunate enough to play long enough, you get into that stage where now you're quote unquote mentoring and things like that. You will look at some of these guys like, yo, this dude, he's not ready right now. He's not ready. But teams will throw guys out there because of whether it's money or draft status. That does happen, man.
I actually thought at the time it was a good move to go to Tua, just so you could see what you had in them.
I didn't, because I thought they were
heading
winning.
into next offseason, because
they were winning.
wasn't I telling you this? Like, if he doesn't play really good in these next like 8 to 10 weeks, I don't think it's a far stretch for you to maybe try to draft another quarterback or bring a different guy in. Which I think they could have done this offseason. They probably were thinking whenever Rodgers was potentially on the move.
Yeah.
With Fitzpatrick, you just know what you have in him. That's why I wanted to at least see Tua. But to see how their season played out, where they still won games with Tua, I wonder what it would have looked like with Fitzpatrick.
Or
I wonder if they would have made the playoffs.
And how many games did Fitzpatrick come off the bench and kind of save Tua as well? That's why I'm just like, man, you could have just saved all that, man. You could have saved Tua from these questions that he's dealing with right now. Well, is he good enough? Is he not good enough? And
Would you still have those questions heading into this season?
I don't feel like you would have, because we wouldn't have had the negative performances. Like, we've seen a couple of negative times with Tua already before this preseason. Like, we already saw him have some times where he struggled and the team will pull him out, and then they put it under this moniker of, oh, we're just trying to protect him. You know, he was getting beat up a little bit, but yet Fitzpatrick would come in there, light it up, and ultimately help them win the game. So when you have those situations happening, it's hard to come into this season with a blank slate. Like, I didn't view Tua as a blank slate. I looked at Tua as, yeah, you kind of had a little rough go with it last year as a rookie. Let's see, can you change our minds on you? If he doesn't get out there as a rookie, though, we don't have that negative already we don't have already seen that negative on him. And now from there, it's like a true fresh
Wouldn't
start.
you at least like to know that, though?
Would you like to know? Sure. But I don't think it was conducive at the time to do that. I thought you already had a good thing going with Fitzpatrick. There was no reason to rush to it. What was the benefit of putting Tua out there? Oh, I want to know. Okay, cool. You're still not going to all the way know because they didn't commit to him all the way. They would have had to really commit to him to really know what he could do, not play as long as it's going well, but as soon as adversity hits, we're going to pull you out the game. How do you learn from a guy? How do you know if he has that grit to come back in the fourth quarter? How do you know if he has that ability to rise above the adversity when you keep protecting him from that? So if they weren't going to fully commit, I don't think that you should even put him out there last year.
It'll be interesting to see what Fitzpatrick does with Washington.
And he was coming back from an injury. Remember that?
Yeah.
That was the other thing. I just didn't like that handling of it, but can't go back on it now, man. I'm glad it's not our organization. So shout out to those guys down there for that.
Yeah, Fitzpatrick might do decent with Washington.
He does
that defense.
He does decent everywhere he goes, man. Come on, baby. That's popcorn. That's instant productivity. Talk about it.
Yeah, that's a question for how long. If he could have a Jet season with Washington,
or even that Tampa really season. Team. You think about that Tampa year. First half of that,
he got pulled though. Yeah.
But we knew they were because the whole time he went down, they wanted to be Jameis. That was when
Jameis
still
was
on the
hurt.
quarterback.
I think he was hurt or something.
But no, initially Fitzpatrick still was balling out though. Fitz still looked good. Fitz started.
He was suspended. Like he missed he the
did
first
something.
month of the season.
Was that? I don't know what it was for. Was that? I don't know if that was.
I have no clue. But I have no clue. But Fitzpatrick, he played the first 4 or 5 weeks, and he was lights out. So when even Jameis came back, they stuck with Fitzpatrick. But then, 3 weeks after that, Fitzpatrick went downhill. They put Jameis back in.
And then we saw what Jameis did as well, man. But man, people looking at Tua, like Rich Rasmussen says, Tua's a future career backup. That's what they feel about him. Let's see. Someone else said something. Todd Sokowski says that Tua looked lost out there, man, at times. That's my thing. I just feel like they rushed him into that situation. You didn't need to. You could have protected him from all this stuff that he's going to be dealing with now. But, he's going to have to hold it down. But Big Cam, yes, Tua will be a good representative of Hawaii. Yes, indeed. I do agree with that, man. And the Dippin' Dot says Tua all day. Okay. All right. I can respect that.
Got a Tua believer.
Man. I can respect that then. Shout out to the Tua believers out there then for the culture.
Dolphins have a good roster. I think
They do. They definitely do.
It's almost like the Browns to me.
Yeah.
Where I think Baker, obviously at this point in their careers, Baker's better than Tua, but the Browns, they have some higher expectations, I think, than the Dolphins. But I do think Baker's going to hold the Browns back. Now, for the Dolphins, they have a nice roster, but I do think Tua's going to hold the Dolphins back too. They're in similar situations. Just the Browns maybe are a level ahead of the Dolphins from that standpoint. Because Browns actually, they made the playoffs last year. But Baker ain't it either. He's it to be relevant. I'll tell you that. Not a franchise QB.
What did I just send you? Who was that talking about? Is that Greeny? The one I sent you yesterday, the video.
Oh yeah.
That was Greeny. Yeah. Let him tell it.
Greeny's really high on Baker.
He's ready to die on that Baker Hill.
No,
baby.
But
he's going for it.
The points I will give him is Baker has started 3 seasons in a row for the Browns. That's more than they can say over the past 20, 25 years. So that's good for him. That's good for their organization.
And the organization was a dumpster fire when he got there too. But we could give him that.
In terms of the future, in terms of calling Baker a franchise quarterback and someone that you could be confident in winning a Super Bowl when it gets down to the wire in the playoffs, you need to come back from 10 points. I'm not seeing it with Baker. Yeah. So if they pay him big money, like $40 million, like Josh Allen type of money right now, that's a bad call. And I think he's going to limit them this season. I really do. Not limit them from making the playoffs. They have a really good roster, but when it comes down to the wire, I think he's going to limit them.
Well, because that is the thing where you want to see more from Baker. If it's 3rd and 5, if it's 3rd and 7, I need this
even
first
3rd
down.
And 15,
right, I need you to be able to get this first down, make it happen. We haven't seen that consistently enough from him. Same with in-game situations. Like, that's how you judge if a guy's a franchise quarterback, if he has that quote-unquote it factor. That's what separates the Big Bens, the Aaron Rodgers, the Russell Wilsons. Those guys routinely do that. They'll make those 3rd down plays regardless of down and distance. They consistently find ways to move the sticks. They find ways when the odds are stacked against them to ultimately overcome that, man. And with Baker, we just haven't seen it enough at the NFL level. So, yeah, I'm not paying him 40. I mean, I know that's the market, but I don't feel like he's in that market, bro.
No, definitely not. But that's why Browns fans are excited about him, just because he has brought them to relevance over these past few years.
Yeah, absolutely, man.
He's been a staple for them. Essentially, he's been consistent. He's started at quarterback for
seriously, man.
They've just had
small
a whole
victories.
they've had a whole wheel of quarterbacks over these past 20 years. You see those jerseys where they have, I think it started with Couch or something, then it's 20 other guys
up there. Yeah,
Baker's been their guy these past 3 years.
Yeah, nuts, bro, nuts.
But I think he's capped. I think you've seen the best of him right now.
Yeah, high-end game manager.
Yeah,
high-end game manager. Yeah,
it's not bad if you want to be relevant, because Andy Dalton kept the Bengals relevant.
Jimmy G, he's in there. Alex Smith, they're in there. It's not wrong, but do we want to pay those guys 40? I ain't paying them dudes 40. You know how you felt about TJ at 30? That's how I feel about those guys at 40. Heck no, we ain't doing that. Can't do it. But Richard Stone does bring up a great point here in terms of why you might want to pay Baker a little bit more. He is first string with his commercials.
His commercials are pretty good.
They're pretty good. I like his commercials, bro.
His are pretty good. Yeah. He had that whole thing last year about him living at the stadium.
Yeah, I like that. With the whole security check. Oh, I forgot my phone. Oh, I felt that one.
Yeah, his were pretty good.
I like that right there, man. So shout out to him for that, man. Oh, but we do I gotta shout out the two new upper room members. Now, Hoist Crackers, I know I had you earlier. I saw you had bopped in here, was like, yo, don't forget me. I did not forget you, baby. It is your moment. This is your time. So Hoist Crackers, welcome to the upper room. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. And then not even fair. Welcome to the upper room. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. And then final super chat right here, man. Shout out to Santino Baccaro. Says just dropping in to show some love from the north side of Pittsburgh. Now, we know we like that north side. That's that Fed de God right there. You know, we want that north side. So, yeah, man, shout out to you, Santino, man, holding it down on the north side of Pittsburgh. We appreciate your support. Yes, we do. And here, that's the one I forgot about right there. Coley Lee. Thank you. Thank you for saying that we forgot about you. Coley Lee, welcome to the upper room. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. That might have been the one from earlier that I did not see. So, yeah, there we go. I like that right there. So, then we got all of them. All right.
We missing anything?
I'm trying to make sure,
we're looking to wrap up.
I mean, I was 2.5. You know, we went for 4 the other night. You know what I mean? Like, Joe. And then today is Friday, game Saturday. We have a bonus thing on Sunday where we react to the game. So, yeah, bro, I think this is good right here.
Cool.
All right. How did they say it? What did they say in the auctions, right? Oh, right when I was about to hit you with the going ones, we had somebody pop in. Somebody join the family.
Yeah. Somebody
that needs to be welcomed. And we greatly appreciate you for that. Caleb Cole, welcome to the upper room. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed, baby. And all right, so Jacob says, Moats, can you let us know the schedule for next week, please, in terms of the recording schedule? So,
okay.
Yes, quick update, the way it will be, and I'll post this again on the community page as well. So, a good amount of people know this, but a lot of the times I'll post the night before or however in advance on the community page on the YouTube channel, right? So just go to the YouTube channel, click on community page. I'll put a post up where it says, hey, recording at this time, recording at that time on this date. So that's how it will be. But the way the rest of this week / next week will work, we'll record on Sunday. Okay. Because obviously the game is Saturday. So we'll record Sunday. I'll give you the time tomorrow sometime. We'll let them know tomorrow. We ain't got to rush that right now. But then Wednesday, and then it's probably going to be next Friday time.
Games Friday night.
Oh, games Friday night. So excuse me, it'll be Wednesday and then Saturday then. That's what we say. Yeah. So Sunday show, Wednesday show, and then Saturday show next week, right? So that's how to be. We got one show coming up behind this game, Wednesday in the middle of the week. Keep us back on track. Stills play Friday night. We hopping back in here on Saturday to get y'all rolling. Then after that, we reset. The season be here. And then after that, man, we 3 days a week, man. Monday, Wednesday, Friday, little bonus here and there. But we'll give y'all more of that details. You know what? We should incentivize these ground floor upper room members too, huh? Let's think about that a little bit.
Ground floor, as in...
I mean, because technically anybody before the season is kind of ground floor, because we know we have special things that will be for these upper room members from content and stuff like that once the season gets in. Huh.
I think once you join the room, though, you're in, right?
True, but we'll talk about it, because it's certain things where they're like, based on how long a person is in, you can have it where, okay, the people that came in at this time
can access that.
Yeah, they have like different levels to it. I'm gonna have to look into it, but that is something to think about because you do want to reward people that have been here before the season started. Big point. We'll look into it. But either way, man, it's been a blast. Yeah, see, that's what he says. South Florida State says yellow badge love. That's what it is. I would say because you know how they changed the college. It's definitely like you can have certain things like that. I'm just throwing it out there, man. So yeah. Yep. So with that being said, though, man, I think we have everybody. You didn't see anything else on your end, right?
No, I think we're good.
All right. So we are good. So with that being said, man, shout out to y'all. Hope y'all enjoyed yourself on this Friday. If you haven't been to Mars, get there. If you're coming back from Mars, turn back around because we're finishing up now. All right. So shout out to y'all. And until next time, baby.
Peace.
Oh.